It's Christmas time in Hershey, and the Kissing Tower is lit up for the holidays. And tonight, two area teams hoping for an early holiday gift. It's the M&T Bank District 3 Quad A Football Championship. Cumberland Valley and Central Dauphin live here on ABC 27, presented by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Hi everybody, Greg Mace together with Jerome Presley and Todd McCall. This is the rematch that many of us were hoping for, Cumberland Valley and Central Dauphin. The first time out, Cumberland Valley won on a last-second field goal. Jerome, do you think that last game's going to have any mental effect on this one tonight as we see that play one more time?
And I think it could. I think what it'll do for Central Dauphin, it gives them motivation. They think they let one get away. For Cumberland Valley, it's about keeping it up and making sure that you try to beat a team for the second time, which is very difficult.
Well, that's the Cumberland Valley team celebrating. Todd, both teams went down to the wire in their last playoff game. We're going to see A.J. Perez scoring against Hempfield, headed into the end zone, the celebration. What do you think might be different this time in this meeting for Central Dauphin with Cumberland Valley?
Well, that loss to Cumberland Valley on a last-second field goal. Now Central Dauphin, I feel like they've got a second season they've adjusted. One loss, but that loss meant a lot for the Commonwealth. Now, what I will see is Micah Parsons is inside the lineup tonight at the defensive end. He is a rusher that right now I feel like has NFL material size. But A.J. Perez is the new guy. Raleigh served when he went down and was hurt. Perez picked up the carries, and he's the beefer around the red zone. So you really got to take time to get him out of that end zone, and that's going to be tough. It's going to take gang tackling tonight for Cumberland Valley.
All right, Jerome, briefly, went down to the wire last week against Central Dauphin for Cumberland Valley. Took that blocked field goal to eventually win it. What do you see for Cumberland Valley tonight to win this game for a second time?
I'll tell you, one of the things I love about Cumberland Valley is their defense. They are very fundamentally sound on defense. You don't see a lot of big, long runs against them. They tackle very well. They always are around the ball as a group, as a swarm. They're going to need to do that today. Like Todd said, swarm to the ball, make plays, and try to get those turnovers.
All right, Jerome will be with me in the booth. Todd McCall will be joined by Archie Smith Jr. down on the sideline. The opening kickoff coming up. Central Dauphin and Cumberland Valley right here on ABC 27.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
Brenner is back on Paxton Street with Brenner Pre-Owned. Choose from over 300 quality pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and minivans. We've got your next vehicle that's priced to fit your budget. At Brenner Pre-Owned, we have financing for every credit situation, plus 100% guaranteed credit. We'll get you driving today. Get to Brenner Pre-Owned, back on Paxton Street or anytime at BrennerPreowned.com.
It's better at Brenner.
24/7 at BrennerPreowned.com.
There's a place where kids really connect to learning. Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's a tuition-free, fully accredited online public school where students find devoted, enthusiastic teachers like never before. Commonwealth Connections Academy, the online public school.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Kicking off, number 25, Ethan Van Busker. Connor Long on the kickoff return for Cumberland Valley. Run on bounds by number 36, Cole Balicki. Mark the ball at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10 Eagles. Pitch to number 22, Connor Long. Brought down by number 47, Adam Thornton. Gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. Fullback number 33, Joey Heichel with the ball for Cumberland Valley. Cole Balicki, Adam Thornton combined on the stop. 3rd and 3, CB. Number 7, Josh Ferguson on a quarterback sneak. Adam Thornton on the stop, 1st and 10, Cumberland Valley. Joey Heichel with the ball for Cumberland Valley. Chase Light with the tackle for Central Dauphin. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Nick Rhodes on that carry, met by the Rams, number 90, Micah Parsons. Third and 8. Josh Ferguson on a quarterback draw for Cumberland Valley. 34 Reed Albright on the tackle at the 27-yard line where it's 1st and 10 Eagles. Hand off the number. Josh Ferguson, quarterback sneak.
Third and 2 for Cumberland Valley from the 19-yard line. Still no score. First quarter. Ferguson hands. Heichel again. And it looks like they might get that first down. Parsons made the stop. It's another first down. for Cumberland Valley.
And again, this is a clock-chewing drive. Greg, we're already at 7:45, 7:44. Cumberland Valley has had the ball the entire beginning of the first quarter, and Central Dauphin hasn't even touched it. So, again, this offense is really taking the clock in their hands, and they're now in the red zone.
They converted 3 of 3 on third downs. 1st and 10 from the 17. Oh, imagine that, another running play. Heichel again, and it's working. Picking up a couple. Clayton Tinkham made the stop.
And again, those guys up front, they have to play sound football. And again, they have to be able to cover those gaps and follow those guards, because guards in the wing T sometimes will pull you to the play, so they have to play sound football on that side of the ball.
2nd and 9 from the 16. Cumberland Valley driving, tripped, was Ferguson. It's like it was going to be the first time he was going to throw, and he got tangled up perhaps in his own feet. That'll bring up a 2nd down. 3rd down. From the 21-yard line, it'll bring up 3rd and 14. 6:26 left here in the first quarter. Check out the Central Dauphin Rams band. It's a nice crowd here on both sides of the field tonight. 3rd and 14 from the 21. Ferguson juggles, goes up top, looks, throws, incomplete.
And that was a big play in the first game between the two teams. Was Charlie Catcher. He is a phenomenal sophomore receiver with good size at 6'3", good hands, and he really burned Central Dauphin in that first game. But you see the coverage, man-to-man coverage, and that was David Payton on the outside playing man-to-man coverage one-on-one with Catcher.
So that'll bring up a 4th and 14. And Connor Long, who has certainly the reach to do this, 38-yard field goal attempt to put Cumberland Valley on the board after their sustained drive. Got the distance, and that is good. So Cumberland Valley on the board for 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. Eagles on top, 3-0 here on ABC 27.
How about we cut some fat from the system? How about we lose the hot air and secondhand smoke? Let's give everyone a great choice of doctors and remember we're our own primary care providers. Let's build better plans and pick up some better habits along the way. It's time to be the change we want to see in healthcare and the change we want to see in ourselves. Let's do it all for health. Highmark, Blue Shield.
This season brings cooler weather, lots of football, and $95 payments on your next new Nissan. Brenner Nissan celebrates 95 years of business in Central PA, and the savings go to you. Drive a 2015 Nissan Altima for $95 a month. 54 available. You'll love the 2015 Nissan Sentra for $95 a month. Head to the game in a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $95 a month. You choose. Get to Brenner Nissan today on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg, 24/7 at BrennerNissan.com.
Good opening sustained drive for the Cumberland Valley Eagles. They're on the board on the field goal by Connor Long. 12 plays, 60 yards, ate up 6 minutes of time. That's Cumberland Valley football, eh?
That is definitely Cumberland Valley football. Let's just chew the clock and just run it down, and that's exactly what they did. And, to come away, that Central Dauphin defense did a good job of holding and just holding them to a field goal, 3 points.
3-0 Eagles going to kick it off here. As we said, it is a gorgeous night here in Hershey. There are times when we have gotten to this point in the season where we see lots of snow on this field.
I know.
Not tonight. Kicks going to the far side. And finally up the middle. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Cumberland, for Central Dauphin. Payton on the return.
And again, one thing that's going to be important, and we didn't talk about it in the pregame, is the importance of special teams. The special teams units on both teams. We saw Connor Long hit the field goal. He's also an accomplished returner, and they have Peyton on the other side that does a good job at returning the ball as well.
1st and 10 from the 32 to start Central Dauphin's first drive of the game. And it's a direct snap, going to Reed Albright. And I think you're going to see some mix-up in plays here. Central Dauphin's going to say, hey, watch this. You haven't seen this one before.
And that's what I would do, especially as stout as this Cumberland Valley defense can be. You want to mix it up. People see the spread look from Central Dauphin, and they think they're going to spread it out and just score big. Not necessarily. They are a grinded-out team from that set.
2nd and 6 from the 36. And the give is to Riley Serb. And he's muscling over people. Looks like he's got the first down for Central Dauphin. Joey Heichel made the stop, the outside linebacker.
Another difference in this game for Central Dauphin, comparing it to the first game, they're more healthy today. And again, Cumberland Valley did what they needed to do, coming out and winning that game. Central Dauphin thinks, you know what, we're healthy now. Now we can go out and do what we need to do.
A.J. Millar is the quarterback. Give us to Serb. Watch him break the hole. Looks like he might have gotten another first down for Central Dauphin. Riley Serb scored 18 touchdowns this year, over 1,300 yards on the ground. River Young in on the stop for the Eagles, a first down for the Rams.
And I tell you, he geared himself up for this season. He put a lot in on the offseason to get himself stronger, a little bit bigger, a little bit faster. Had a little bit of injuries coming out throughout the year, but seems to be hitting his stride now.
1st and 10 for the Rams. Serb. Picked up about 4. Shannon Dolan made the stop. 4:20 left here in the first quarter. Central Dauphin trailing 3-0. They've got the football. We're going to do Todd McCall and Archie Smith if they can hear us and maybe get some early thoughts. Todd, any observations down there? You're on the Central Dauphin sideline.
You know, I talked about, Archie, you said, really, these two teams know each other. We just saw jet sweep after jet sweep, and that seems to be grind it tonight.
I mean, you got 2 district conference players, teams that play against each other during the regular season. I mean, one team know what the other team is going to do. I mean, these guys are not changing up anything, man. It's going to be a great game tonight, guys.
So, Greg, there's no change in the game plan, man. It's just grind it out tonight to get this victory for either side.
And a little bit later, we're going to check out Archie's suit because he has worn a Hershey chocolate suit tonight. I mean, that is stylish. We're going to see it a little bit later. You look very sharp out there in that tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to let him know these shoes that he has on is more important than a suit tonight. I'm telling you what. I call him the Alabama Slim for a reason.
3rd and 3. And trying to barrel over people that time. Was it going to work for Millar?
49, A.J. Perez running with the ball.
A.J. Perez. The fullback who scored the game-winning touchdown in the last game.
Yeah, and he's a load to bring down running the ball.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Same guy, Perez. He got the first down, just piling over people. First down for the Rams. Connor Long was eventually there to make the stop.
But I'll tell you, if you're Cumberland Valley, I mean, that was a good effort on that defense. Again, penetration into the secondary or into the backfield. Perez had to give that second effort. By him being so big and strong, he's able to keep carrying the defenders, and he gets the first down. But again, the defense, they were in the right place on that play.
1st and 10 from the 34. The keeper, and that is quarterback A.J. Millar, going forward for, looks like about 3 or 4 yards.
And we saw Cumberland Valley started it out with a long, sustained drive that ended in field goal.
Second and 7 from the 31. Michael Bergwin broke a tackle and looks like he picked up a couple after he got stopped. There's Joey Heichel making the stop.
And that's just keeping your legs moving and just going forward. And again, this is district championship on the line. You got to get in the end zone any way you can. And there you saw the fight in number 7.
3rd and 1 from the 25. Big third down coming here for Central Dauphin. Millar giving the Serb. He's got the first down and more. Boy, he's quick, isn't he? He finds that hole and just bolts right through there. Riley Serb picking up the first down for Central Dauphin. And Shannon Dolan makes the stop.
And that's the jet sweep. You know, if you can't get outside, you see openings in the teeth of the defense, and if you see it, you take upfield, and that's exactly what Serb does, and he does that very well, starting to loosen up that interior of that defense for Cumberland Valley.
1st and 10 from the 23, under a minute left here in the first quarter. 3-0, Cumberland Valley's on top. There's Serb again, using that right hand to try to find some yardage. Stopped by Bobby Webb. 45 seconds left here in the quarter.
And one of the things we've seen there, Greg, is Central Dauphin putting Micah Parsons on offense at receiver split out. I mean, you see him, he's 6'4", 6'5" on those smaller corners. You can throw it up to him. He's a great athlete, and you'll see that's a new wrinkle that they've used towards the end of the season.
2nd and 10 from the 23. 20 seconds left in the quarter. That is the keeper, Millar. Lost his helmet on that play. No, somebody else lost their helmet, but nevertheless, the play comes down. The stop. As soon as somebody's helmet comes off, they'll stop the clock. Stop the play now. They'll wind it down, and that will be the last play of this first quarter. Well, a good sustained drive by Cumberland Valley. Central Dauphin's doing the same thing. End of 1 quarter of play. It's Cumberland Valley 3, Central Dauphin nothing. The Quad A championship continues here on ABC 27.
Is offering the 3D guarantee. Charlie Fortney believes the 3 dimensions are game speed shooting with professional instruction, crossover intensity with ball handling whiz Gerald Jarman, and 5-on-5 games building playing experience in competition. These 3 dimensions are needed for well-rounded training.
I'm looking for players that want to take their game to the next dimension. The 3D guarantee is for players who want to work.
To sign up for the 3D guarantee, go to Advanced Hoop. High School Sports Live basketball rivalries feature Hershey's 6'10" Villanova-bound Dylan Painter versus the high-flying McDevitt Crusaders. Harrisburg has reloaded and will battle Carlisle with Deshaun Millington and company. Steel High versus Trinity featuring 6'11" Sean Good. Cedar Cliff versus Redland in the Battle of the West Shore. Kelly Jaycott and the state champion Cumberland Valley Lady Eagles take on Chambersburg.
It is a perfect night. 39 degrees right now here is the temperature on a beautiful, crisp, clear night. And we've said it before. We've had some Mannheim Central games where we've had some brutally cold nights, some snow.
Yeah.
This is good. And it's a really nice crowd here as well. Total yards pretty even. Travis tells us it's Central Dauphin 49, Cumberland Valley 39 yards.
And here's the thing, each team had 1 drive. That's it. I mean, first quarter's down, and each team only had 1 drive. And right now, Central Dauphin is at the end of their 1 drive into the red zone on the 19.
So we start the second quarter of play. Cumberland Valley's on top 3-0. Central Dauphin driving. Both teams have had the ball once, and they've both been long drives. It's the first man through. It's Reed Albright. River Young making the stop. And that brings up 4th down and 3. What do you do here?
I mean, every yard is earned when you play Cumberland Valley. So, I mean, you know, we haven't seen a pass play really yet. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some type of play action. But no, it looks like they're gonna kick it, try to get on the board.
Hanson Rao from 33 yards out, just to tie the game. Long enough through the uprights. We're tied at 3. Well, I guess this is sort of what we expected.
Yep.
Close game, 3-3, 11-16 left.
How about we cut some fat from the system? How about we lose the hot air and secondhand smoke? Let's give everyone a great choice of doctors and remember we're our own primary care providers. Let's build better plans and pick up some better habits along the way. It's time to be the change we want to see in healthcare and the change we want to see in ourselves. Let's do it all for health. Highmark, Blue Shield.
This season brings cooler weather, lots of football, and $95 payments on your next new Nissan. Renner Nissan celebrates 95 years of business in Central PA, and the savings go to you. Drive a 2015 Nissan Altima for $95 a month. 54 available. You'll love the 2015 Nissan Sentra for $95 a month. Head to the game in a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $95 a month. You choose. Get to Brenner Nissan today on the Carlisle Pike Mechanicsburg, 24/7 at BrennerNissan.com.
Greg Mace, Jerome Presley on the sideline, Todd McCall and Archie Smith. We're getting set to kick here, and both teams have had the ball just once, 3-3. We start the second quarter, 11:15 left.
A lot of defense, Greg, a lot of defense. And that's what you expect in a district championship game between these two.
And the kick comes to Connor Long. And he's wrapped up big time by Micah Parsons in on special teams.
And yes, he's on kick coverage as well. So, I mean, you know, anytime you can get that kind of athlete on the field, you're going to see it.
So Cumberland Valley starts out 1st and 10. Quarterback is Josh Ferguson. Keeps it himself again. It's about the third or fourth time they've called that.
It's because there's that gap. You have the two defensive tackles that are in the A gap, but are slightly off of that, and you see a gap right there. A quarterback comes up, he sees that. He said, I can get 4 or 5 yards right there automatically. So they're going to keep using that. I mean, now you're in 2nd and 5. I mean, why not?
2nd and 5 from the 28-yard line. Cole Klein is set behind. He gets the football, piled up at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd down.
You see that middle trap by that wing T, and very well played by that front from Central Dauphin. Good penetration, and that's what you get. When you have good penetration against a wing T offense, that has an opportunity to blow up the play.
Both these teams looking for what will be their final Quad A title as we move ahead to 6 classifications next year. Both these teams will be in 6A, so this is it, a little bit of history here tonight. On 3rd and 5, Ferguson keeps, gonna go to the air, and it is complete. Is it out of bounds? Out of bounds. Caught it, but Charlie Catcher was out. David Payton III was right there.
And Catcher is a talent outside, and you see, you know, when they're going to throw, when Cumberland Valley's going to throw, they're going to throw to Catcher. Catcher has very good hands, and they go outside, but well defended by Payton, who's a good athlete in his own right.
Brings up 4th and 5. And Connor Long, who does it all, will also punt. And we got a little motion, and it looks like it's going to go against Cumberland Valley.
Deep receiver number 10, Mitchell Nice.
And again, it took, you know, until 9:46 in the second quarter till we saw our first pass played by Cumberland Valley. Let's watch for both of these teams begin to try to open it up a little bit. The running games have not been really effective too much with these defenses.
Mitch Nice is deep for Central Dauphin. Going to back it up. He's got some running room. Back at the 40. I think he picked up about 10. Central Dauphin will get the ball at midfield. 9:35 left here in the second quarter.
It's great field position for Central Dauphin, and now, let's see if they look to open it up a little bit and see if they can break up that middle of that Cumberland Valley defense that has been so stout up to this point.
Todd and Archie, kind of what we expected so far. Todd McCall, any thoughts from you guys down on the fifth sidelines?
We were just talking, one of the things that we thought that Cumberland Valley had the advantage the last time that Central Dauphin did not have an answer for, and that was going to Charlie Ketcher. Archie also commented on the fact that you might see this grind out. Look at the second half of surprise out of one of the other teams. You know, this is kind of getting old hat. Something different might need to happen to break this one open.
Well, we talked about some of the thoughts that Central Dauphin had in their practices and mixing some things up. You're right, it may take that one perhaps unique play to win this one tonight, but we're still early. Ball at midfield, 2nd and 10 from the 50. It'll be the keeper. Josh Quigley was right there. Make the stop.
Well, we're talking about either a big play of some sort or a turnover. One of these teams turning the ball over, and right now they're both protecting the football. And that's what Central Dauphin likes to do. They like to protect the football. Cumberland Valley does the same thing. So, you know, we could see a low-scoring game, or, like Todd said, this could blow open at any time with one of these teams getting hot.
Well, let's see who gets a snap this time. Fitz took it on the last one. Millar keeps, throws, out in the flat. Reed Albright, but it is picked off. It is taken away. Connor Long, check it. Charlie Catchier. Wow. 58-yard return. Charlie Catchier all the way back to the 5-yard line. Watch this again.
And we talk about the turnover, a good play on the outside. And again, Catcher gets the fumble recovery, and that's what we were looking for, that turnover, that game-changing play that could possibly change the tide. That's what you see, 50-yard return, Cumberland Valley ball in the red zone of Central Dauphin.
A look at the very happy Cumberland Valley bench, and they've got the ball deep in Central Dauphin territory. Ferguson the give. Joey Heichel gets up to about the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And we talk about Charlie Catcher. He's we could talk about him all game long. And what you need in games like this is you need your big players to make big plays in this big game. And there you see Catcher taking a fumble, return almost in the end zone for a touchdown.
Ferguson, the quarterback, to give to Heichel. Didn't get it. Ball's loose on the ground. Picked up quickly there by Cumberland Valley's Mac Warren. Micah Parsons right there again. So it brings up 3rd down. Well, after that big run back, Cumberland Valley's not been able to punch it in. You'll watch what happened again here. Ball loose. Scooted the left way.
Defensive play by the Rams, number 36, Cole Budlicki.
3rd and 4. Big 3rd down for Cumberland Valley. Ferguson to the air, throws. It is complete but short. They're going to call it incomplete.
Wow, and again, the defense, Central Dauphin gives up the fumble recovery. The defense stifles Cumberland Valley, and now, you know, they're in a good situation. You're thinking Cumberland Valley has a chance to go up by a touchdown, and Central Dauphin turned them back with that tough defense.
Nick Rhodes on the end of that one, and watch the big defensive play here. Ferguson had it. Ball's loose. And another field goal attempt. From 21 yards out, Connor Long. On the air, on the way, kick is up, and it is good. Nothing but field goals so far. 6:34 left here in the first half. Cumberland Valley's on top, 6-3 here on ABC 27.
sweetheart. Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
Look, Ryan. Shh. Look over there. I see it. I see it. Is that what I think it is? That's a beauty. Wait, look. There's an even bigger one. Oh, wow. Shh. Oh, man. Don't worry, buddy. I know where there's a whole herd of them.
Stop by Hoffman Ford. You'll be sure to save a lot of bucks.
A look at the crowd bundled up here. Temperatures in the low 40s. PHFA, our presenting sponsor, always on High School Sports Live. Greg Mace, Jerome Presley on the sidelines, Todd McCall and Archie Smith Jr. We're going to hear from them at halftime as well. Coming up, great crowd here tonight. And the Quad A title is on the line, and the winner, I know sometimes this gets confusing because, you know, in AA and Single A, it's a little different setup. This is essentially the state quarterfinal. The winner will move to the state semifinal next weekend. Whoever wins is going to play out west.
Right.
And then we'll see what the Magic brings next year when we have 6 classes. It'll be much different. Line drive kick. And bottled up right there was Adam Thornton. And it'll be a 1st and 10 for Central Dauphin. Nobody scored a touchdown. We've had 3 field goals so far in this Quad A title game.
And again, if you're a Central Dauphin, you're looking at, okay, our first couple of drives, we heavy on the run, trying to break up that defense, not really getting tons of footing, was able to have a sustained drive on the first drive, but the turnover hurt you on the second drive. So now let's protect the football and see if they can get that drive and sustain it again, take time off the clock and get in the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 34. Reed Albright got the first down and more. Cole Klein was there to bring him down for Cumberland Valley.
And Reed is one of those dual, he plays both ways. He's a good linebacker on the other side, but he's also a fullback. And again, sometimes it's good to get that fullback established because many times in the passing game, they are not always accounted for. So they can get you big plays as well, and Albright gets a first down for a Central Dauphin.
Almost to midfield from the 46. Millar. Here's the give to Wise Bell, and he's bottled up and driven back a couple of yards. Josh Quigley was there.
And Quigley is stout, 6'1", 190-pound, one of those linebackers. And Cumberland Valley has a history of pumping out really talented linebackers, along with Heichel, who's definitely one of those big players, and Quigley together. They really solidify that defense.
So Central Dauphin using a lot of guys in their offense, getting the ball in a lot of hands here.
It keeps them fresh, but it also brings the plays in as well. So, you know, it gives you the opportunity to keep the flow going with your offense.
2nd and 9 for Central Dauphin. And we have a whistle before any of all that happened. And it's illegal procedure against the Rams. 5:12 left here, first half. Got a lot coming up at halftime. We'll be talking with Warren Stump from the Capital Region Insurance Agency about their Socks and Sweats campaign. Dave Barth from the Carlisle Sentinel will talk to us, and we'll also talk to Charlie Fortney about the upcoming basketball schedule here on ABC 27.3, our AccuWeather channel, High School Sports Live. We're kicking off basketball starting Tuesday night. A.J. Millar keeps it himself and gets back almost to the original line of scrimmage.
And Greg, if I can chime in for a second, if you look at the Central Dauphin fans, you know, basketball is very important because a lot of football players are still playing.
Yep.
But if you look here, it says, tell your girlfriends you'll be free next weekend. So I don't know if that also means tell the coaches. Some of the basketball players might be coming back, but this is the Central Dauphin fan section here. So maybe, Greg, you want to let them all know they believe they're going to win tonight.
Yeah, maybe they're telling that to the Cumberland Valley side, right? Tell them you'll be free next weekend. Right?
That is correct.
Wow.
Tell your girlfriends.
That's clever. That is very clever. Third down. Logan Gabrielson. River Young stopped him from going any further.
And a solid tackle by River Young on the outside at corner. That's what you want from your outside defenders, that cornerback to come up. You know, sometimes players are going to catch passes, but you got to come up and you got to make a play, and that's exactly what you saw. Brings up a 4th down and now 7.
Hey, after this exchange of punts, let's see if we can get Archie here on camera, because I want people to see his outfit.
We have to see that.
Yeah, we want to see Archie's style in here at the stadium tonight. Connor Long's going to let it bounce, and it rolls back to the 23-yard line. All right, it's time for the fashion show. Describe this to us here now. Take a look at this. Archie, have Archie describe this outfit.
I'm going to let Archie describe this chocolate fever tonight with this suit, because he is in the sweetest place in all of America. Right, Archie? Talk a little bit about this beautiful suit you have tonight.
Well, I mean, I've been getting, I wrote a grade for Central Dauphin. They was like, you choosing Central Dauphin. Then when we went to Cumberland Valley, I had the red on. They was like, you choosing Cumberland Valley. Now, we're in the big Hershey part, man, so I said, man, why not put a little brown on? Let's go a little chocolate for the night, man. We're in the best place, sweetest place on the earth for the best game in football tonight.
That's right, the best game in football. The sweetest place at all, Greg May, so I think that suit is appropriate.
Way to stay neutral. That's good. I like that.
Hand off to fullback number 40, Cole Klein.
Cumberland Valley trying to march out of their own end.
Ram defense led by number 36, Cole Bunlecki.
They'll bring up a 2nd down, and we'll call it 7.
3-yard gain will make it 2nd and 7.
Cole Klein, the ball carrier that time. From the 27, clock is rolling with 3 minutes left here. Nobody scored a touchdown yet. It's Klein again. There's 5 guys right there.
Cole Klein on that carry.
But he picked up 3 or 4 more yards, and Central Dauphin on defense, watching Cumberland Valley, kind of what they've been doing, right?
Exactly, and I mean these defenses have come to play, and again, it was very reminiscent of the first game. I mean, you saw these defenses through periods of time in that first game really shut the other down, but then you saw big plays from each team, which was able to get the offenses going. So right now, the defenses are dialed in and keeping things where they need to have it right now.
Big 3rd down for Central Dauphin on defense. Can they hold him? They don't. There's Josh Ferguson's got himself a 1st down and more. Adam Thornton finally made the stop, and that is a big 3rd down conversion.
Big 3rd down conversion, and when you have a quarterback like Ferguson is able to turn that up, it gives you an added dimension, an added weapon on offense.
So it's 1st and 10. From the 43, clock is rolling, 1:44 left here in the half. Ferguson, hands going to the outside, bottled up. Micah Parsons was right there to stop Nick Rhodes.
And again, he did what you want from your defensive end. You keep contained and force it inside, and he comes up and makes a brilliant play, manning that outside on that defensive line.
They'll bring up 2nd and 13 now for Cumberland Valley. Coming up on 1 minute left here in the half. Quad A championship game here on ABC 27 and High School Sports Live. Ferguson to the air, throws. That is complete. Charlie Catcher. Stopped by Mike Betts.
Charlie Catcher.
Well, Cumberland Valley is not seeming in any rush to get to the line here. They've got all 3 timeouts left.
Yeah,
they're going to call one. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they're in control right now. I mean, only up 6-3, so both teams are in the game. But again, each offense very methodical with how they're doing things, and you're not seeing a lot of big plays on offense. Just defensive football.
.46 seconds left here, 2nd quarter.
Pac Financial, helping local families build, manage, and protect their retirement savings. Do you have a game plan for retirement? Steve Marazzo is a local advisor who listens and cares about your needs. No account is too large or too small. Let Pac Financial and Steve Marazzo design a winning game plan for your retirement. Call Steve at 717-564-6400 and ask about the free, no-obligation retirement projection.
You know what I think is interesting is we are right next to the Central Dauphin coaches, and watching these guys work their iPads and what they're calling out, it's fascinating.
And two different iPads are showing different things, so they're talking about it, and it's just, more modern technology. Look on the sideline; they have a big screen TV down there for their players to see.
This is not like when you and I played sports.
No, it was all about hand signals.
Cumberland Valley is 4 of 7 on third down conversions. Ferguson to the air, throws, it is complete. Ball is loose, is it incomplete? No, they'll call it incomplete.
Yep, receiver has to maintain possession all the way to and have the ability to make a move. And you see the receiver catches the ball, he gets hit right away, ball jarred loose.
Mac Warren was on the end of this, and it was jarred loose right away. Mitch Nice was the guy who jarred it loose, and it'll be 4th down and 6.
Again, solid tackling from the secondary. We talked about Cumberland Valley on the last drive on defense and their secondary, and now we see it on the other side, Central Dauphin secondary.
Connor Long will punt. Partially blocked. Somebody got something on it right there. It's going to take a bounce, take a slow roll, and they will stop it at about the 29-yard line, where Central Dauphin will get one more crack at maybe setting up at least a field goal and perhaps tying this up, but there are 30 seconds left here in the half.
And I'll tell you, if I'm the coach, that punt block.
Did you know that the Cleveland Brothers is much more than just earth-moving and construction machines? We're rental and standby generators. We're truck engine service. We're Soul air compressors. We're global pumps and so much more. Visit us at clevelandbrothers.com.
And we saw Cumberland Valley did the same thing last week.
So will they go for it or just run out the clock? Millar going to keep it himself. Picked up about 6 yards. The clock is still rolling, and now Central Dauphin will call a timeout.
A.J. Millar running with the ball.
Well, we've seen these field goal kickers convert. There is, I don't think there's much wind here tonight at all. It's just chilly. And as we said, and we're looking at the Christmas candy lane in the background. This is a festival of activity here tonight in Hershey. I'm going to guess, there's probably 10, 15,000 people at Candy Lane. People constantly going through sweet lights. 10,000 people at the Bears game. There's got to be 8,000, at least 8,000 people here tonight.
Yeah, and in parking, 8,000 as well.
That's right.
Trying to figure out where to park here was pretty difficult. But, this is a great venue to have 3 major events going on at one time and being able to pull it off. I mean, not many events can do that, and that's great that, the Hershey area, we have something like this.
Historic Hershey Park Stadium. A lot of great history with the Big 33, both Lower Dauphin and Hershey play their high school games here. We had a hockey game here a few years ago. And for those of you old enough to remember, the Philadelphia Eagles used to train here.
And you're right. I mean, it's a solid venue. It's a very good place to play any athletic events.
2nd and 2. Riley Serb. Well, he's got the first down. Cole Klein was there. Another timeout.
Brought down by Cole Klein.
Well, it's a long way to go in 16 seconds, but possible.
It's possible. Big play, and see if you can down the ball or call a timeout if you have it there.
So spike it with 13.2 left.
Spikes the ball, stopping the clock with 13.2 remaining.
Well, again, in a 6-3 game, no team really, you're going to have, no team really has momentum here with the exception of the defenses. But, if you're Central Dauphin and you're going 6-3 down, the thing you want to do is see what can you do to crack this offense, and it's the same way on the other side. This is a defensive struggle. I think the last game we saw a little bit of fireworks happen. It was defensive struggle initially, and then it started to open up, and it didn't open up today.
2nd and 10 from the 44, but with only 13 seconds left, the numbers don't mean a whole lot there. Quick pass out in the flat, Michael Bergwin. Connor Long was there, didn't get anywhere. I'll call timeout again. Now you almost have to heave it up. You almost have to give it to Aaron Rodgers.
Was that an amazing play or what?
That goes with Flutie's pass.
Yes.
I was just flipping around. I'm thinking, well, this game's over. And then you're watching, and then he goes down. It's the lateral. And for those of you who didn't see it, Aaron Rodgers threw this unbelievable touchdown pass. And the Packers beat the Lions the other night on Thursday Night Football.
And they always tell defensive backs you are to knock it down, and no one got around there. And I mean, it was a brilliant play, and it really, I think, it's one of those plays that can ignite a season for you, because Green Bay hasn't been as stout as they've been in previous games in years. So that's one of those plays that could ignite that Packer team.
And perhaps the lesson for a high school quarterback here is to throw it high to give somebody a chance to at least, jump up and get it or tap up and get it.
Right.
Whether or not anybody's got the arm strength here at a high school level to do this, but at least you can get it deep and hope you get a bounce. But we're only at the end of the second quarter here with 7 seconds left. We'll send almost everybody out wide. Now Millar's going to keep it, thinking he could catch Cumberland Valley off guard, and they'll call another timeout. Well, CD's going to get the ball to start the second half. So they will have had the ball twice with a lot of time, but still with only 3 points, and they call their timeout.
And again, I wouldn't be surprised if they'll be content with going in. You can try for a heave. You're on the other side of the 50. I mean, you have a quarterback that could throw it maybe 50 yards and see what happens. Or you just, you're only down 3. You get the ball back in the second half and you just run out the clock. But a Hail Mary heave and you get it going into the locker room, that is a momentum changer. I will tell you that could shift the momentum quickly for any team that pulls that off.
And I think we keep referring back here to Aaron Rodgers. You saw Rodgers rolled out and had some momentum going so he could at least get the ball downfield. You're not going to drop straight back and heave that thing, 60, 65 yards. Well, there's 2.6 left. This will be the last play of the first half. All field goals so far here in the Quad A District 3 championship game. And everybody's going to try to spread out to the right side. And Millar's going to be under pressure and throws, and that will be the end of the half. And a marker at the end there. Well, let's see if this is a defensive penalty. They get one more chance, right?
They may.
No. Man was downfield. Can't do that. Wrong guy. Wrong guy went the wrong way there. So we played one half. Cumberland Valley has the lead, 6-3. Back with our halftime activities. Coming up, our Brenner family of dealerships halftime show from the Quad A title game in Hershey here on ABC 27 and High School Sports Live.
There's a place where kids really connect. There's a place where kids really connect to learning. Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's a tuition-free, fully accredited online public school where students find devoted, enthusiastic teachers like never before. Commonwealth Connections Academy, the online public school.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
This season brings cooler weather, lots of football, and $95 payments on your next new Nissan. Brenner Nissan celebrates 95 years of business in Central PA, and the savings go to you. Drive a 2015 Nissan Altima for $95 a month, 54 available. You'll love the 2015 Nissan Sentra for $95 a month. Head to the game in a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $95 a month. You choose. Get to Brenner Nissan today on the Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 24/7 at BrennerNissan.com.
High School Sports Live basketball rivalries feature Hershey's 6'10" Villanova-bound Dylan Painter versus the high-flying McDevitt Crusaders. Harrisburg has reloaded and will battle Carlisle with Deshaun Millington and company. Steel High versus Trinity featuring 6'11" Sean Good. Cedar Cliff versus Redland in the Battle of the West Shore. Kelly Jaycott and the state champion Cumberland Valley Lady Eagles take on Chambersburg.
Our Brenner Family of Dealerships halftime show here on ABC 27, 6-3. Cumberland Valley is on top. Well, we had a terrific promotion that was run throughout the year, starting earlier in the year, called Socks and Sweats. And here to talk about that, we talked a little bit earlier with Warren Stump from the Capital Region Insurance Agency. Warren, you had a very successful campaign with Socks and Sweats. First of all, explain to people, because we talked about it on ABC 27 on High School Sports Live. Tell us what this was all about.
Well, it was a Socks and Sweats campaign for donations for the Bethesda mission. In and around the Harrisburg area, there's about 600 homeless people. And my son, Logan, and my daughter, Ashlyn, really spearheaded this, saying, Dad, you got to do something. And so I looked in our closet, a lot of sweatshirts up there, and I said, you know, this can be put to good use with Bethesda mission. So that was the catalyst that started this campaign.
And what we're going to see here, and what we're seeing is the kickoff campaign there for Cedar Cliff. And you did really well with this. High School Sports Live, Advanced Hoops, Capital Region Insurance Agency, got a lot of the bands from our area involved, right?
Correct. There's a lot of good people involved in this campaign. Cedar Cliff was a wonderful kickoff campaign. Nazo Productions, Sherry Brenneman from Cedar Cliff really helped us kick this campaign off with the football team at Cedar Cliff. That gave us a lot of recognition, and people saw that, and so they all jumped on board and helped.
And what were the numbers in terms of the number of socks and sweatshirts that you put together?
Well, it was great. We had a total combined socks and sweats of 1,810. Sweats, we had 1,051, and socks, we had 700, and actually a little bit higher than that, 750.
And as part of this, you're going to present a check to the Cedar Cliff Band as well, right?
Yes, we are. We had band competition, trying to spur them on to compete against one another, and Cedar Cliff really came out on top, so they will be receiving a check for their efforts.
And I assume you're going to continue to do this year after year, eh?
I certainly hope so.
All right, Warren Stump from the Capital Region Insurance Agency. Thanks so much for your efforts, and that was a terrific campaign. Thanks for all your help.
Thank you so much.
All right, we will continue live from Hershey Park Stadium with the District 3 Quad A playoff game right here on ABC 27.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
Right now at Pizza Hut, you can get any 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Choose any crust, any sauce, any toppings. So go for it, America. Get any toppings, any crust flavor, anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Our Highmark halftime report continues. Greg Mace up here with in the booth with Dave Barth from the Carlisle Sentinel. Truth be told, Davis downstairs in the heated press box, which is why he has his short sleeves on, right?
It's pretty nice down there. Yep. Hot dogs and everything.
Exactly. All right. Dave, let's talk a little bit about this first half. This is kind of typical, I think, Cumberland Valley smash mouth football, but these two teams know each other very well. What are your impressions of this first half so far? Only 6-3.
Well, if you're a fan of power run football, this is a good night. You know, sit back and eat some hot dogs because it's going to be a good time. You know, they're almost reliant on getting 3 yards or short yardage though. So you've seen the downside in this game where there's no real breakaways. You know, you're getting 3 yards. You know, even if it's a pass, it's a short pass. So, but Cumberland Valley is a team that has that. Well, you saw it with Central Dauphin East last week. They have playmaking ability. They can go out and surprise you. So, you know, it should be an interesting game. It might come down to that one play, that one turnover. So
let's talk about coming up, because this will be the last Quad A championship as we know it, and it goes back. I remember the first one, and what such a big deal it was that we finally had playoffs in this area. That was long before you were born. But what do you think of this new setup? We're going to have 6A through single A. It's going to break the classes up a little bit more. What are your impressions of what's going to happen next year?
Yeah, well, I was at the meeting in Mechanicsburg when they just ended up voting on that, and I talked to a couple of coaches about it, and it sounds like the bigger schools like CV aren't worried. They don't think it's going to affect them much, but even schools like Carlisle or the next level down, Shippensburg, they're really excited about it. They think it might give them a boost, a leg up. Especially the first couple rounds of the playoffs, getting a good seed. So it seems like it'll be an interesting thing to watch pan out.
Yeah, it'll start all next year. What are you thinking here for the second half? More of the same? I think we're all in agreement that it's almost going to take one big play, and we haven't seen many big plays in this game so far.
Yeah, it may come down to a game of field goals there, but I think, they'll continue to run, and, eventually someone will cough it up, and you're right, it may become a big play like the Charles Catcher. 31-yard return there.
Yeah,
so
very good. Dave, thanks for stopping in. We'll look for your article on Cumberland.com and the Carlisle Sentinel tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Dave Barth from the Carlisle Sentinel. When we come back, Charlie Fortney and I will talk about the upcoming basketball schedule here on ABC 27 as we continue. 6-3 is our score. Cumberland Valley's on top at halftime.
We are ready to help drive out breast cancer at Hoffman Ford. We have partnered with the Pennsylvania Breast Cancer Coalition. Through the month of October, we will be donating $25 with every vehicle we sell. Not only will you find great incentives,
low interest rates, and some amazing deals,
you will also be helping a great cause.
Help us, help them.
Find a cure.
Stop by and check out our huge inventory.
At Giant, it's never been easier for you to shop smart. Discover low prices on the items you buy most. Save on thousands of items every week with new Red Bonus Buy savings. And with gas rewards, you save big at the pump. You'll love how your savings stack up. Only at Giant. Earn Gas Extra Reward savings every time you shop, and pump up your rewards even more with weekly bonus offers in-ad and in-store. Gas Extra Rewards go farther at Giant.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Look, Ryan. Shh. Look over there. I see it. I see it. Is that what I think it is? That's a beauty. Wait. Look. There's an even bigger one. Oh, wow. Shh. Oh, man. Don't worry, buddy. I know where there's a whole herd of them.
Stop by Hoffman Ford. You'll be sure to save a lot of bucks.
Our Brunner family of dealerships halftime show continues here from Hershey Park Stadium. Greg Mace together with Charlie Fortney from Advanced Hoops and High School Sports Live. 6-3 is our score. Cumberland Valley's on top. You know what already started last night? high school basketball, and of course there's a lot of tournaments, but the regular season starts coming up on Tuesday night, and let's talk about that because we've got a telecast already on Tuesday night. We've got a full slate of high school basketball here on ABC 27.
Yeah, it would have been nice to put some of those games on last night, but you got to finish one season before you can get to the next. But wow, we start out with a really good one. You know, you usually don't talk about high school sports live or any sports in high school and you focus on girls first, but let's talk about girls first. Kelly Jaycott, Miss Pennsylvania Gatorade Player of the Year, will be on Showcase Tuesday night as the Cumberland Valley Lady Eagles will take on at 6 o'clock Chambersburg Lady Trojans, and then followed by a boys matchup that should be pretty evenly matched between Mike Hibbs's Cumberland Valley boys and Sean Schreffler back in the saddle at Chambersburg. And it's a great lineup, Greg. I mean, we can talk about matchups. Do you want me to?
Well, I want you to talk about the Cumberland Valley girls because they won 2 straight titles, and once again they are ranked among the best teams in the country.
10th, I believe. I saw USA something. I'm sure there are different rankings, but they're definitely in the top 25 in everyone's. And I'll tell you, the lineup is really good. We have Carlisle going to Harrisburg, Deshaun Millington and company. Coach Smallwood's reloaded. He's enjoying a little retirement from the AD job, so he's going to be on his A game. And Dylan Painter, 6'10", going to Villanova. We're going to see him at least 3 times on High School Sports Live. And Sean Good, 6'11", from Trinity, visiting Notre Dame. Number of schools, Austin Gilbertson has a few nice offers at this point. The list goes on of great basketball matchups. And we're excited about it. And, you know, you can go to our website, hsslivetv.com, see the full schedule.
It's already there, so we start on Tuesday night, and I know we're excited. We're on ABC 27.3, and looking forward to a great season. What is this, our 5th or 6th year of doing this?
I think it's our 6th. I lose track. I'm getting not as old as you, but I'm getting a little older.
Yeah, right. But we've had a great time. We appreciate you putting all these things together. So again, HSS Live. We'll also put them on the ABC27.com website. So we're going to start Tuesday night. I know it seems fast, but we're starting Tuesday night, right?
It's coming right away. We're excited.
All right, very good. Charlie Fortney, we'll look forward to working with during the basketball season. When we come back, Jerome and I will talk about the first half. We'll get into the second half. All field goals so far. 6-3 Cumberland Valley at halftime here on ABC 27.
There's a place where kids really connect to learning. Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's a tuition-free, fully accredited online public school where students find devoted, enthusiastic teachers like never before. Commonwealth Connections Academy, the online public school.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
This season brings cooler weather, lots of football, and $95 payments on your next new Nissan. Brenner Nissan celebrates 95 years of business in Central PA, and the savings go to you. Drive a 2015 Nissan Altima for $95 a month. 54 available. You'll love the 2015 Nissan Sentra for $95 a month. Head to the game in a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $95 a month. You choose. Get to Brenner Nissan today on the Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 24/7 at BrennerNissan.com.
High School Sports Live basketball rivalries feature Hershey's 6'10" Villanova-bound Dylan Painter versus the high-flying McDevitt Crusaders. Harrisburg has reloaded and will battle Carlisle with Deshaun Millington and company. Steel High versus Trinity featuring 6'11" Sean Good. Cedar Cliff versus Redland in the Battle of the West Shore. Kelly Jaycott and the state champion Cumberland Valley Lady Eagles take on Chambersburg.
A look at the lights from Christmas Candy Lane. Someone commented, "Boy, there's a lot of cars in the lot." I said, "Well, guess what? Guess what? The lights are all up, and sweet lights are up." And here's our Pac Financial first half stats, and well, pretty even. Now, passing yards, I think, is pretty remarkable. 23 for Central Dauphin, 7 for the Eagles. That's a total of 30. That's it.
Right. And neither team is really a huge passing team, so those numbers definitely reflect that. The surprise for me is the rushing yards so minimal for both teams.
Cumberland Valley's had more opportunities and have converted more on third downs, 4 of 8, 1 of 6 for Central Dauphin. Time of possession is almost even. 12 minutes, 15 seconds for Cumberland Valley, 11 minutes, 45 seconds for Central Dauphin. penalties. You saw that earlier. Only one penalty for 5 yards in this game. Travis, thank you for those outstanding stats as always. And we are excited to get set here for this second half and see if somebody can score a touchdown. Greg Mace, Jerome Presley, Todd McCall's on the sideline with Archie Smith. And we get set for our second half of play. Reminder, we'll have highlights and post-game reaction coming up over on the mothership, ABC 27.1. Ross Lippman is here from our ABC 27 sports staff. Pat Welker will be anchoring tonight. We'll have a post-game reaction, but we'll also have post-game reaction after this game when we pick our player of the game and talk to the coach. And we're on the one side that's a little fuller than the other, but those are all the Cumberland Valley fans. I mean, this is a really, really good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, and initially it didn't seem like there was going to be a lot of fans coming out, and then they started to file in a little bit more. So, you know, both of these schools are pretty close. I mean, Central Dauphin is definitely a lot closer than Cumberland Valley, but close enough where they're within the region and travel distance. So, good night for football. I mean, the weather, we couldn't ask for a better situation. It's cool, but it's not bad, and for the players, it's perfect for them.
And truth be told, we have a heater underneath of us. I'm just for full disclosure, we have a heater. Well, these guys are going to move on to play in whoever wins here in the state semifinal game. That will be out in the West, as will the McDevitt game coming up on this weekend. And as the pattern usually holds, McDevitt will play on Friday, and then Cumberland Valley or Central Dauphin will play Saturday. Single A matchup, of course, Bishop Guilfoyle, another great performance from them last night against a Camp Hill team that really had a terrific season.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you're on TV down there. That's what the coaches get to see.
And you don't see many high school programs have that, and you'll see the position groups will sit down during the game and will watch replays of different plays that happen. So you get to correct some of your mistakes right there on the field as a coach and as a player.
Yeah, and we commented on the fact that there's 2 iPads sitting to our right with the Central Dauphin coaching staff, and that's a pretty neat way of doing things. No more hand signals. Well, we're going to get set here for the second half, and Central Dauphin's going to get the ball back to start the second half. They rounded out that first half with a lot of time, but no score.
And again, one turnover, which was the fumble that was caused by Cumberland Valley and almost returned for a touchdown. But then we saw that Central Dauphin defense, you know, they showed a little tough madness of their own by stopping Cumberland Valley from getting in the end zone and forcing another field goal. So 6-3 defensive struggle. We'll see. Will mistakes in a turnover be the difference, or will one of these teams offensively be able to generate a big play or two that can get in the end zone?
You said the crowd was late arriving, and my wife just sent me a text and said she was coming after the Bears game and said, boy, the traffic is just unbelievable, which is a nice sign here for Hershey, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Well, here we go. And remember, this game started at 6 o'clock, so it's only 7:10. So Central Dauphin will receive here to start this second half, trailing 6-3. Winner moves on to the state semifinals, but also takes home another Quad A title, and the last one with these 2 teams playing in it. Connor Long going to kick off this second half. Little break far side. Finally knocked out of bounds was David Payton III. 1st and 10 for Central Dauphin.
So I'll tell you, coming out of halftime, I mean, in halftime, if you're Central Dauphin, you're saying, okay, you know, defensively we did what we need to do. Let's come out and see if we can establish either a big play or just sustained drive that can end in a 6-point touchdown.
After this play, I want to hear from Todd and Archie and see what they're thinking here in this second half. 1st and 10 for Central Dauphin. One of the rare passes of this game goes to Michael Bergwin. And he is knocked down, stopped by Nick Rhodes. Some thoughts from Todd and Archie as we start the second half.
As we start the second half, one of the things we still continue to talk about is when will Cumberland Valley maybe take a look at Charlie Catcher, because that single coverage that Central Dauphin's playing, that might be their alley. The other thing is look for serve to get more touches in the second half. Archie and I talked about maybe more going back to that jet sweep, guys.
Serb breaks it, still accelerating and finally brought down from behind.
And
big pickup, finally brought down by Dan Althouse.
And that was almost on cue, Todd McCall. You called that, and right there they give Serb the ball on the read option, and he gets straight up field on the jet sweep. Gets straight up field and gets a good gain. Big play for Central Dauphin.
19-yard pickup brings 1st and 10. Past the midfield stripe. From the Cumberland Valley 47. Quarterback keeper Millar. There's 4 guys in on the stop, led by Shannon Dolan.
A.J. Millar on the quarterback keeper.
Well, we've seen that 6-3 score up there for quite a while now.
Yeah, we have. I mean, and again, it just shows you how meaningful this is, especially with the defenses.
2nd and 6 from the 43.
Yeah.
Serb accelerates. Boy, he finds those little gaps and he accelerates when he finds them, and then he finds another one and accelerates again.
Absolutely, Greg. And I think what's big for Central Dauphin, if they get him going, then the offense really begins to open up. And I think Todd called it. He didn't get as many carries. I think early on in the first quarter, you saw Serb touch the ball a lot. Not so much in the second quarter. And you see Cumberland Valley, Central Dauphin's coming out saying we're going to establish him early in the second half.
1st and 10 from the 34 of Cumberland Valley. Keeper Millar bottled up, and they'll finally blow the whistle. Cole Klein was there.
A.J. Millar up the middle, met by Cumberland Valley.
Well, some interesting stats for Serb. He's got 7 carries for 36 yards in the first half and 2 carries for 28 in the second. Clock continues to roll. 9:40 left.
And again, halftime is about adjustments. You get a chance to look at what you're doing, and because Central Dauphin has this technology over here, they can really have game time in the locker room, opportunities to change things.
To the air, still looking, throwing, and that's going to be way out of bounds. Michael Bergman was there.
Pass incomplete. Coverage on a play by River Young for Cumberland
That
Valley.
is his first incompletion.
It is now 3rd and 9.
And again, that was a lot of time for a quarterback to have. You want to get pressure, not allow any quarterback to sit back and take that kind of time before they deliver a pass.
So it's 3rd down and 9. Time is going to keep it himself and not get the first down. A.J. Millar is knocked down short, about 5-6 yards short, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A.J. Millar running with the ball.
And again, it was good coverage from that Cumberland Valley defense, and not too many places for the quarterback to go. Millar he tucked it in and tried to get as much yards as he could.
So it's 4th and 7. And the way the defense has been playing, you might as well go for it, right?
Yeah, I mean, and where you are field position-wise, you're not going to try a long field goal in this situation to give good field position to Cumberland Valley. So you just try to go for it, and you see if you can pin them back if you don't get it.
Millar looks, penalty marker is down. He throws, it's incomplete, but we've got a marker down.
Pass incomplete, penalty on the play. Charlie Catcher on the coverage.
The discussion is That'll go back over to Cumberland Valley on downs. Well, a little illegal procedure. And a break for Cumberland Valley, and they get the football back with a 3-point lead.
From the 31.
Well, again, the defense, they do their job. A penalty, I mean, either way, it was an incomplete pass, so it was going to be Cumberland Valley's ball either way. But again, the defense showed up, and now it's Central Dauphin's defense that'll be on display.
1st and 10 from the 31. The first man through, Joey Heichel.
Joey Heichel up the middle for Cumberland Valley. Cole Bonlicki on the stop for Central Dauphin.
Cumberland Valley doing what they've done, getting the ball for their first time in this second half. 2nd and 7 from the 34.
And Cole Bonlicki just comes up and makes a solid tackle. We talk about that Central Dauphin linebacking core of Reed Albright as well, Adam Thornton. Those guys are really stout in that defense.
Nearly everybody in tight. And we got a timeout from Cumberland Valley. 7:42 left here in the third quarter. Our score remains 6-3 CV.
Coaches, the fans, and a great accomplishment making it to the District 3 Championship. On behalf of M&T Bank, thank you.
There's a place where kids really connect to learning. Commonwealth Connections Academy. It's a tuition-free, fully accredited online public school where students find devoted, enthusiastic teachers like never before. Commonwealth Connections Academy, the online public school.
Is offering the 3D guarantee. Charlie Fortney believes the 3 dimensions are game speed shooting with professional instruction, crossover intensity with ball handling whiz Gerald Jarman, and 5-on-5 games building playing experience in competition. These 3 dimensions are needed for well-rounded training.
I'm looking for players that want to take their game to the next dimension. The 3D guarantee is for players who want to work.
To sign up for the 3D guarantee, go to Advanced 2.
Right now at Pizza Hut, you can get any 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Choose any crust, any sauce, any toppings. So go for it, America. Get any toppings, any crust flavor, anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Cumberland Valley gets a 2nd and 7 from their own 34. Time, throwing, out of bounds. The way out of bounds was catch here. We've had some nice catches, but they've all been out of bounds tonight.
And again, as a cornerback, that's what you want to do, is you want to try to force a receiver out of bounds without a pass interference penalty. That's the 2nd time that happened. So again, I like the idea to go after catcher early with his height and his athletic ability one-on-one. And Central Dauphin, they're leaving their defenders one-on-one outside.
After this next play, we're going to check in with Todd and Archie and get their impressions of this defense here. Both teams. 3rd and 7 from the 34. Ferguson again being chased, throws, knocked up, knocked down, out of bounds, 4th down. Well, this is it's kind of Archie's kind of night. Big defense here, huh, Todd?
It sure is, Archie. We're just talking first of all Central Dauphin. It's a big defensive night. What are they doing, and what do you see Cumberland Valley doing when they get when you get on the other side here?
I think both teams are playing aggressive but conservative. And what I mean by that, you don't see any blitzes. I mean, each team are relying on their front 4 to create pressure, and they're letting their athletes behind them make the plays.
But as you notice, Cumberland Valley, Archie and I were talking about it, they did start to look at catcher's side. Let's see if they go to that here in this late second half. Greg?
David Payton. So, Central Dauphin gets the football back. They have controlled the ball a little bit more here in, I'd say, the last, I don't know, what do you call it, 12 minutes or so?
And they've done that a lot with Riley Serb. And the one thing to go along with the guys said down below, the one thing I'm noticing is how well both of these teams are tackling on defense. You don't see a lot of guys breaking tackles. They meet up and they go down. So that's real tribute to that defenses and how they're tackling.
1st and 10, Central Dauphin. Serve to the outside. Finally brought down short of the first. Charlie Catcher was there.
Tackle by Cumberland Valley's number 2, Charles Catcher.
And it'll be second and about 1. Who would have guessed with 7 minutes left in the third quarter, nobody would have scored a touchdown?
Absolutely. I mean, again, the defenses, and you look at that Cumberland Valley defense, I mean, many of those guys play both ways. We talked about Catcher. Connor Long also goes both ways. Joey Heichel goes both ways as well. So, I mean, you have multiple guys on that team that go both ways, and they're playing very well.
Big second and 1. The entire school district is up right there. And there is Perez, and he's got himself a first down and more. Boy, when you want to go to a guy in that kind of situation, and we saw him win the last game that way, he's the guy to go to, huh?
Yeah, he's like 6'3", 285, 290 range, and he's very athletic for his size. I got a chance to talk to him a little bit today, and he's zoned in, just ready for this game, ready to put himself on display on the big stage as the district championship game.
First and 10 from the 39. There he is. And there's a quick give on the outside. Goes to Riley Serb again. Bobby Webb was there to make the stop, but now Central Dauphin starting to pound it out a little bit, and they're doing it in a variety of different ways. But a big first down by Perez, and then they're going to their go-to guy, Riley Serb, looking for the first touchdown of this game. 5:50 left here in the third quarter. Greg Mace, Jerome Presley, Todd McCall, and Archie Smith Jr. Quad A title game here on ABC 27. Quarterback will keep Millar. Cole Klein makes the stop for Cumberland Valley. Picks up a couple more, but it brings up another third down for Central Dauphin.
And again, it's good tackling, good solid fundamentals with those defenses, and it's just every yard is earned, every single yard. Cumberland Valley is just playing good defense. So is Central Dauphin. Central Dauphin is trying to get Serb going, and that's what, I think is a good idea to try to get that happening.
CD is 1 of 7 on third down. Going deep, throws incomplete. Logan Gabrielson with Charlie Catcher. And that will bring up fourth down again. Look familiar? Watch it again.
And we get a good look. I mean, I like the play call. We get a good look at Catcher in that secondary, and he has what I like to call range, his ability to get from point A to point B. He has the height to be able to go up and get the ball, and he does it very well. So him playing center field is very good for that Central Cumberland Valley defense.
4th and 4. And it's a quick kick. And will it bounce in? Wow. Well, that's not what they wanted to happen. They were hoping to pin Cumberland Valley deep, and it took a Cumberland Valley bounce.
And that would have been an excellent play because, again, with the defenses playing like they are, field position is extremely important at this point. So if you can flip field position, that's when you put yourself in a good situation to be able to possibly capitalize and score.
4:51 left, third quarter. Still a game of field goals. 6-3 Cumberland Valley with the football, and they'll march it out from their own end from the 20. Ferguson, the give is to Cole Klein.
Cole Klein up the middle. Met by the Rams.
It'll bring up second down.
And we see number 36, Cole Veliki, just comes in and just stiffs that ball carrier, Klein, in the hole. And that's what you want from your linebackers, to be able to fill the holes. And that's what you saw, downhill football from those linebackers from Central Dauphin.
On second down for the Eagles. Give us to Klein. Lost the ball. It looks like Central Dauphin's got it back. Mitch Nice in on the recovery, and he's given himself Nice field position.
I like that. Nice and nice.
Watch it again.
There's a straight counter play to the fullback, and Klein gets upfield and just a good defensive effort at, number 36, and we've talked about it multiple times. Kovaliki comes up and makes a brilliant play from his linebacker position.
So Central Dauphin gives themselves great field position. That is complete. Didn't get a lot of yardage that time. Reed Albright on the end of the pass, and Connor Long tripped him up. I want to tell you about a game, and I was thinking, there was a game somewhat similar to this, but, well, you got to go back to 1987. Cedar Cliff played Cumberland Valley, and the final score was 2-0.
Wow.
I remember that game. Right here. 2nd and 7. Riley Serb to the outside. Long almost had him. Finally forced him out, and it looks like he's got a first down. See where they spot it.
Number 6, Riley Serb around the right side.
And again, that's just good blocking on the play. You see the outside, you got your receivers, you see the blocking is just really good. Number 34, Albright gets out there. Number 7, he gets out there. Michael Bergwin is also out there blocking, and they just glued on to those defenders and allowed Serb to get upfield.
1st and 10 from the 20. Guess who? Perez! Well, he got some yardage that time.
He did, and then he lowered the boom on catcher in the back. And now you see the momentum beginning to shift from the turnover. Turnovers are extremely important. Whichever team protects the ball, you think you have a better chance at winning. That turnover has now gave momentum to Central Dauphin.
2nd and 2. Perez again. Perez into the end zone for the Central Dauphin touchdown. He doesn't look like a fullback there. It looks like a running back now, doesn't he?
He did, and again, he's getting, we're getting late in the game. It's been a physical game, and you start giving the ball to a 275, 280-pound fullback, athletic, that's picking up steam. He's now hard to tackle. You don't want to tackle him as you get this game gets further and further, and you see him show his athleticism, and then you're not going to bring him down with arm tackle. That just won't happen.
Well, we have a player down. And as they attend to him, 9-6. Central Dauphin will try the extra point when we come back.
Pac Financial, helping local families build, manage, and protect their retirement savings. Do you have a game plan for retirement? Steve Marazzo is a local advisor who listens and cares about your needs. No account is too large or too small. Let Pac Financial and Steve Marazzo design a winning game plan for your retirement. Call Steve at 717-564-6400 and ask about the free, no-obligation retirement projection. Did you know that the Cleveland Brothers is much more than just earth-moving and construction machines? We're rental and standby generators. We're truck engine service. We're Soul air compressors. We're global pumps and so much more. Visit us at clevelandbrothers.com.
Well, there is A.J. Perez, the senior, 6'3", 285. Got him listed at a variety of weights, but boy, he's just running over people, and he's got the go-ahead touchdown for the Rams.
He's just large. How about that? He's a big guy, man, and he's very nimble. You see him jump over the pile a little bit too. So you don't see many guys that size with that kind of athleticism. So he gives it to you on offense and defense. Very special player.
Anson Rao will attempt the extra point, and we have a whistle, and we got a little illegal procedure in there. Somebody jumped. It's against Cumberland Valley, so we'll just try this routine again.
Encroachment penalty indicated against Cumberland Valley.
Temperature's starting to drop a little bit. See Mr. Presley's putting on his gloves here.
Yeah. We got to get it going. I mean, we just were talking about how nice it was, and then I got a little shiver up my spine a little bit. Had to get my gloves on.
The wind's kicking up a smidge, but it's now down to 37 degrees. The kick is on its way, and it is good. Timeout on the field. Central Dauphin with the first touchdown of the game. They've got the lead. 10-6, late third quarter.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends, but tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
Ruff Tractor and Equipment is PA's full line equipment dealer representing Case Construction along with other leading manufacturers. Serving the total sales, rental parts, and service needs of its customers. Ruff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish, featuring the latest parts and equipment from Case Construction and more. Ruff also offers 24/7 job site support. Ruff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
There's the Central Dauphin Ram, one of the warmer creatures. If there was a person in there, they'd be very warm.
Oh, I know, yeah.
If there was a person in there, they'd be very warm. I love to say that about the mascots.
And that's why they're dancing so much.
Exactly.
I mean, they're warm. Everybody else is a little chilly. They're like, hey, I'm
fine. I feel fine.
Now, when it's hot in the early stages in September, it may not be great to wear that, but right now, perfect.
4 plays, 30 yards, 1 minute 16. Getting their points off turnovers. And Central Dauphin will kick it back to the Eagles. It's going to go a little short. Connor Long bottled up. And Cumberland Valley will start it out 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line.
And what will be key now is can Cumberland Valley match or bring up that momentum for themselves and call some big plays, because right now Central Dauphin has it. Their defense made a big play. Offense capitalizes. Now their defense is back on the field and they're jacked up. So you got to see, can Cumberland Valley match that momentum and see if they can get control of this game again.
The officials are discussing whether or not there's any blood on somebody's uniform or on the field. No, I guess, did somebody have to come off? Well, we're going to play no matter what happened there. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 23. Ferguson, the hand to Heichel. Got about 4. Ovalecki went on the stop.
And Valecki has been sound. I mean, he's really done a great job in the interior of that defense and coming up making plays almost unblocked sometimes.
Second and 5 now from the 27. Cumberland Valley with the ball. They're trailing in this Quad A title game. Long finally stopped as they crossed the 31. He's going to be short of the first down. David Payton made the stop. Quad A title game here on ABC 27.3. Glad you're with us tonight. Greg Mace, Jerome Presley, Todd McCall, Archie Smith on the sideline, our Invicta crew. And of course, we got state championships coming up here in 2 weeks, but for now, these teams looking to advance to the state semifinals next weekend. Whoever wins will head out west. 3rd and 1 for the Eagles. That is a 1st down and more for Heichel. Michael Birdwin and Mitch Nice made the stop. It's one of the longer runs so far from Cumberland Valley, and it comes just at the right time.
And I think what you saw is a Cumberland Valley offense that Central Dauphin may have thought they were going to come with that quarterback sneak again, and zeroed in on that, and Cumberland Valley was able to pop one towards the outside a little bit.
CV marching up to the 33. 43, I mean. And a little extra momentum. And look at Ferguson dragging guys.
Wow.
He has drug a lot of guys with him tonight on some of these quarterback keepers. Mike Betts finally brought him down. That's another first down for Cumberland Valley. Look at the way he just kind of muscles. Now he's just kind of hanging on there. And you see he grabbed Dan Aldhouse's jersey like,
yeah.
Hey, can you give me a lift downfield here? First down for Cumberland Valley.
Wow.
Heichel. Now, every time they're picking up 3-4 yards, I mean, these are still significant yards. You're thinking, well, they're not getting that much, but it's continuous.
Yeah, especially with an offense like this. All positive gains from an offense is great. You know, putting a wing T in a 2nd and 6 is they get the ball again and they get 4 more yards. They're there. So, you know, you only got 2 yards left for a first down. So anything that's positive in a game like this, it always sets you up good.
2nd and 7. Give to the outside. Nick Rhodes. Only got a couple. Micah Parsons was there. Time running down here in this 3rd quarter.
Greg and Jerome, as Archie and I are down here and it's getting colder and the intensity's getting even stronger, we think back to that fumble recovery that catcher almost took the house and wonder who it was that made that saving tackle, how that's come to play at this particular moment.
Yeah, I think it could have been the quarterback, A.J. Miller, that made the saving tackle at the end of that.
Yeah, we thought it was A.J. Millar, and we thought that was the possibility. And think about that play right now and how crucial it is right now in this juncture of the game.
End of the 3rd quarter, Central Dauphin on top 10-6. We continue live here on ABC 27 with a Quad A title game from Hershey.
This year, Advanced Hoops is offering 3 levels of AAU basketball: Silver, Gold, and Team Pennsylvania National Showcase. 5th to 12th grade, join a championship level program. Register now. Advanced Hoops
is offering the 3D guarantee. Charlie Fortney believes the 3 dimensions are game speed shooting with professional instruction, crossover intensity with ball handling whiz Gerald Jarman, and 5-on-5 games building playing experience in competition. These 3 dimensions are needed for well-rounded training.
I'm looking for players that want to take their game to the next dimension. The 3D guarantee is for players who want to work.
To sign up for the 3D guarantee, go to Advanced Hoops.
Pac Financial, helping local families build, manage, and protect their retirement savings. Do you have a game plan for retirement? Stephen Razzo is a local advisor who listens and cares about your needs. No account is too large or too small. Let Pac Financial and Steve Marazzo design a winning game plan for your retirement. Call Steve at 717-564-6400 and ask about the free, no-obligation retirement projection. Did you know that the Cleveland Brothers is much more than just earth-moving and construction machines? We're rental and standby generators. We're truck engine service. We're Solar air compressors. We're global pumps and so much more. Visit us at clevelandbrothers.com.
Thanks to all of our sponsors on High School Sports Live for stepping up and making a big contribution to get high school football on here in central Pennsylvania. 3rd down and 4. It's another big 3rd down for Cumberland Valley as they trail in this Quad A title game. Did he get it? Nope. Joey Heichel was the ball carrier. And that will bring up 4th down. Joe Williams made the stop.
Yeah, Joe Williams has played an excellent game in that interior of that defense. And you saw he was a stone wall. He did not move, held up very well at that defensive tackle position and was able to stop the ball carrier for no gain.
So it's 4th and 3. We've seen this before. And you hear the Central Dauphin fans coming to their feet, urging encouragement to their defense. Heichel, he's got it. 1st down, Cumberland Valley. Kovalecki, again we call his name.
We call it again. And again, there you saw the offensive line explode out of their stands. And you saw that defensive line for Central Dauphin actually go backwards. So very good job of that offensive line getting out on the defense.
1st and 10, Cumberland Valley. from the Central Dauphin 27. They trail 10-6 in this Quad A title game. Little counter play, Heichel. Thornton made the stop.
Met by number 47, Adam Thornton.
And you're seeing those linebackers crank it up for Central Dauphin. You know, again, the strength of that team is that front seven. Those linemen and those linebackers, that's the strength of this defense.
2nd and 10. Ball's on the 27 of Central Dauphin. Heichel again. Just grinding it out. Another 3 yards.
Joey Heichel on that carry.
And that's Perez on the other side. You have A.J. Perez on one side at defensive end, and you have Micah Parsons at the other side. And one of the things I haven't seen a lot of, and I've seen in previous games with Central Dauphin, is they would move Micah Parsons around. Now they have him exclusively on one side or the other, but they have Perez on the other side. So a formidable duo with those two.
Over the Cumberland Valley student section. On 3rd and 8. Ferguson to the air, throws. It is caught. Charlie Catcher far side. And it is a 1st down for Cumberland Valley.
Guys, let's talk about that actual particular call. That's that surprise call. They go out of a bunch, Jerome. They go on that bunch side, and Catcher can get up and get it if you just get it to him. Archie's talked about it all night tonight as we were down here. When they go into the bunch and go into Catcher in that bunch, and look, it paid off.
Yeah, it definitely did. And again, you know, he's taller than pretty much every defensive back that Central Dauphin has.
On 1st down from the 5, 1st and goal. Heichel got a couple of important yards there.
Joey Heichel up the middle for Cumberland
Well,
Valley.
everybody's been running, but it's the pass play that could set up this first touchdown of the game for Cumberland Valley.
And again, they don't pass a lot, but they've been very effective. And again, a wing T offense, you pass when you want to, not when you have to. When you pass when you have to, that's when you can have some problems.
2nd and goal from the 3. Heichel. Close, but not across the goal line yet.
And off to Joey Heichel off the right side.
So now it's 3rd and 1.
With the defense for the Rams. Marking it to 1.
Cumberland Valley is 5 of 11 on 3rd down conversions. And this would be their most important so far in this game. Quarterback keeper. Did he cross the plane? Cumberland Valley thinks so. Touchdown. Josh Ferguson on the quarterback keeper, and Cumberland Valley's got the lead again.
And that was a solid drive, Greg, for Cumberland Valley to get down there and just punch it in to get our 2nd touchdown of the game.
So Cumberland Valley now with a 12-10 lead. Connor Long will attempt the extra point. Right through the uprights, it is good again. So Cumberland Valley now leads by a field goal, 13-10, 7:46 left in regulation.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her 2 boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
At Giant, it's never been easier for you to shop smart. Discover low prices on the items you buy most. Save on thousands of items every week with new Red Bonus Buy savings. And with gas rewards, you save big at the pump. You'll love how your savings stack up. Only at Giant. Earn Gas Extra Reward savings every time you shop. And pump up your rewards even more with weekly bonus offers in-ad and in-store. Gas Extra Rewards go farther at Giant.
Well, no matter what happens, I think we're going to remember this one for a long time. It's just a classic, great game. Last drive, 14 plays, 78 yards, and it ate up more than 7 minutes on the clock.
Well, that's what these teams do. I mean, it's not always pretty. It's not always the exciting offenses that either of these teams will bring, but they're effective. They drive down the field, they kill clock, and when it culminates in a touchdown, it takes a lot out of a defense because you're banging for 78 yards, and then they cap it off. So Cumberland Valley takes the momentum back from Central Dauphin when they scored their touchdown.
So CD will get the ball back. Connor Long to kick it off. Little line drive squibber, and whoops. Finally picked up by Payton, and he escapes across the 40. Boy, what looked like it was a disaster turned out to be one of the biggest plays of the game.
And Greg, it could have been a touchdown. I think there was one block away from this being a 6. Just guys just getting a hat on, and Payton makes something out of nothing and gets great field position for the Central Dauphin team.
Jerome and Greg, it was a shoestring down here on the field, a shoestring tackle from going to the house.
First and 10, Central Dauphin from the 43. Out in the flat. Bobby Webb was there to make the stop on Reed Albright.
Bobby Webb with the tackle for Cumberland Valley. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. Not quite a first down. Perez. That would be a first down. He's getting some speed to the outside there.
He does, and again, he's nimble, he's athletic, and he looks for contact, but he will avoid it if he has to, and he's able to do that. So I'm very impressed with this kid. I mean, his ability to just show his athleticism at that size is just great, a great weapon to have.
Another first down for Central Dauphin. They move the chains. What Central Dauphin will love to do is eat up a lot of time and score. On first down, Riley Serb to the 40. Finally knocked out of bounds short of the 35, and he short of the first down by at least 3 or 4 yards, but it'll bring up 2nd and 6 or so.
And again, getting him going makes this offense that much better because he is the one player on that Central Dauphin team that has the ability to take it the distance. I mean, you miss a tackle on serve, he can go 60 yards on you pretty quickly.
Second and 1. Spotted on the 37. Serb finds a hole. He's got a first down for Central Dauphin. You see Mac Warren making the stop here. Well, the clock continues to roll, coming up on 6 minutes. And Central Dauphin is doing what they want to do, which is pick up yardage, keep the clock moving. Millar escaped. Well, he didn't get very far. Heichel made the stop.
A.J. Millar running with the ball. Cole Klein showing Heichel.
13-10. Cumberland Valley on the Ferguson keeper for the touchdown. Gave them the lead again. This for the Quad A title. And essentially the last Quad A title for these two teams before we move to 6A. Perez, I didn't get a lot of momentum that time. Got a couple of yards.
And again, you see that defense really packing the middle, not allowing Perez to really get any steam like you talked about. So again, you know, if you're Central Dauphin, you want to get yourself in field goal range at least. And then you can take your shots when you know that you have that. You don't want any turnovers. Third down, you don't want to make any mistakes here, but you want to get positive yardage. And Cumberland Valley's been very good defense, very sound even on this drive.
Biggest play of the game so far. There'll be more. 3rd and 7. Millar, the keeper, gets knocked down short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Catch here was right there again.
And that was just a good defensive effort. They were not fooled by the play action. So now you're in a situation where Cumberland Valley has held.
Wow. 4th and 4. They're going to call timeout. Todd McCall's down there with Archie. Any thoughts here as we go up a 4th down situation from both of you?
Well, both of us have just talked about the ball's on that right hash. That's a tough spot. Hanson Rowe does have a good foot. They're going to go for it here, though, guys.
All right.
Pooch kick, maybe.
Yeah, 4th down. 4th and 4. And did they draw them offside? Yes, they did.
The whole left side of Cumberland Valley line, Greg, jumped, so they did draw them off, so it worked.
And I think that's what they were going to do. I don't know if they were going to try actual play. I think they were going to try to see if they could draw them off, and it looks like they were able to do that.
First down, Central Dauphin. You watch, and very subtle, but somebody jumped.
4th and 1.
Fourth down. Perez. Looks like he's got it. First down, Central Dauphin.
So now the goal is, if you can get away with it, you don't want to give Cumberland Valley the ball back. You want to take as much time as you talked about. Take it down, and if you can get in the end zone and punch it in for 6, you're not giving Cumberland Valley much time to do much with it.
4.5 left in regulation. Millar gives the serve. Picked up some yardage there. Now, obviously, you're going to keep moving forward here. You're not going to sit on the ball, but Serb now 15 carries is over 100 yards, 104 yards for Riley Serb.
And I'll tell you, that's been a hard 104 yards for Riley Serb. I mean, he earned every yard of it.
These guys are going to be feeling this tomorrow. 2nd and 6. Serb again. Didn't go anywhere. Lost a couple, in fact. Nick Rhodes helped them lose it. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
And good penetration by that Cumberland Valley defense. And that's what you want to do. You want to get in the backfield, cause havoc, brings up 3rd and 10 now. So, you know, your defense is holding.
Twists and turns. The keeper, he's going to be short. A.J. Millar could not come up with it. Quigley was there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Do you kick or do you go for it?
I think they're going to kick. I think they're going to kick here. You know, you're in field goal range. The key is you got to hit it. You got it in the middle of the field too, so that was a good option to do that.
Hanson Rowell will attempt this field goal. 31-yard attempt. This to tie it up. Now, and Central Dauphin's going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Central Dauphin.
We heard the the assistant coaches to our right screaming timeout, timeout, timeout. And Glenn McNamee will go out and talk it over. All right, Todd and Archie, some thoughts down there? You're right there.
Been here with Archie, and Archie, this last opportunity here, you knew they were going to go up the middle with the quarterback to get the kicker the chance in the timeout. What'd you see?
I mean, it was a great play call. So either you was going to go for the first down or you was going to play to tie the game up, which is Central Dauphin did. I mean, it was a great call to get their quarterback to angle it. As you can see, he started off and angled directly to center that ball in the middle of the field to get that field goal kicker a straight ahead kick.
And Greg, and I know Jerome, you both expected this. Isn't this everything we'd want in a 4A matchup tonight?
This has been a classic. You know, I looked down the list. I've referred back to the 2-0 game, which was the third game in the history of this championship back in 1987. And you look down the list, there have been some many memorable moments. And I think as we look at time and it passes and we go, well, you know, that was really the last of the Quad A games in its current format. This is a classic, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. And I'm a defensive guy, so seeing good defense, sound defense all the way through the game to the fourth quarter with minutes left has been impressive.
31-yard attempt. Kick is on its way. And we are tied with 2.5 minutes left. You wouldn't want it any other way, would you?
Not at all.
This season brings cooler weather, lots of football, and $95 payments on your next new Nissan. Renner Nissan celebrates 95 years of business in Central PA, and the savings go to you. Drive a 2015 Nissan Altima for $95 a month. 54 available. You'll love the 2015 Nissan Sentra for $95 a month. Head to the game in a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $95 a month. You choose. Get to Brenner Nissan today on the Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 24/7 at BrennerNissan.com.
Hi, sweetheart. Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
A look at the Cumberland Valley bench. They will get the ball back with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in regulation. There is, of course, overtime. We will not walk away with a tie in this game. But let's play out the first 2:30 left here.
And there's a lot of time. I mean, there's a lot of time for Cumberland Valley to get themselves in field goal range or a touchdown themselves. So this game is far from over.
And there was a time in high school football when you thought, well, you know, you throw somebody in there to kick, and they're really not a kicker. Well, these guys are really good. Man. Like, really good.
Connor Long is, I mean, this kid is amazing as a kicker. I mean, he's very, very accurate. He knows how to deal with pressure as well.
And here is the kick. Speaking of the kicker, that's Connor Long. See if he can find some running room. Tried to escape, got up to about the 22-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for Cumberland Valley. 2:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Quad A title game here on ABC 27.3. Glad you're with us tonight. We'll have high school basketball coming up, Chambersburg and Cumberland Valley. We'll see the Eagles again, their great girls basketball team. We thank Cleveland Brothers and OSS Health for their support this year and their great sponsorship. They've been with us for a long time, and thanks to Cleveland Brothers and OSS Health for their support of High School Sports Live. And we got a flag.
It looks like Perez may have jumped on that left side.
So it'll be against Central Dauphin, and Cumberland Valley will reap the rewards of a 5-yard penalty. And it will be 1st and 5 from the 26. Gives them 4 plays to make 5 yards. Heichel doesn't go very far. Well, now you have to look at the time. You got to look at the yardage. You got to think, all right, where do we have to get to make this field goal? I mean, we still got 2 minutes left here in the half, in the game, in regulation.
And this offense is not necessarily geared for moments where you have to score quickly and take a long drive, with the exception of having catcher on the outside and lobbing it to him. I mean, that's a play they do have, and if they're going to leave him on an island, I'll attack that.
Around the outside. Joshua Ferguson keeping it. David Payton made the stop. And it's first down for Cumberland Valley. .139, clock is rolling. 1st and 10 from the 31. Got to get it away and they'll be within field goal range. Heichel, not going to get very far. Well, they've got, Cumberland Valley has 2 timeouts here.
Yeah, both teams have 2 timeouts, and I know when the drive started, you didn't have to really abandon your offense per se to try to make big plays. Now you're at that point where the clock is ticking. You got to get a chunk of yards. I mean, to get into Connor Long's range, you need a lot of yards to make up at this point. So, look for a pass play. Again, they've been leaving catcher on an island one-on-one in most situations.
Under a minute left. Heichel, not going to go anywhere. But I guess they're just hoping that somebody's going to break this, and now they call timeout. Now, do you have to go to the air here?
I mean, maybe not. I mean, I think the thing is, with 44 seconds left, they could be playing for overtime at this point. But I thought they would have gone to the air the last, maybe the last play or the play before that. So they consistently kept it on the ground. And again, Central Dauphin is one-on-one, man-to-man against Charlie Catcher on the outside. And Catcher has shown he can beat man-to-man coverage. He's been doing it all year.
So we've got 44 seconds left here in regulation.
And there we got some of the good hits of the game in the hit parade, sponsored by Connections Academy. And again, solid defense by these 2 teams has been the story.
3rd and 9 for Cumberland Valley. 44.6 left in this tie game for the Quad A district title. Central Dauphin fans nearest to us. Ferguson with time hits as he throws. The ball is intercepted. Valecki taking it back, and he gets it back to the 38-yard line. Clock finally stopped, and now Central Dauphin, perhaps within a play of setting up a field goal, but it is Josh Ferguson on the far side who got hit as he threw and is down.
And it was a big hit, Greg. We will find out who delivered it. It was a clean hit. I mean, it was one of those where instant pressure immediately right in his face. And that was Perez. Oh, wow.
Wow.
And he gets him right underneath the shoulder pads. And no quarterback can step in a throw when you have that kind of hit coming at you. And now with 30 seconds, Central Dauphin has time to get into field goal range and possibly set themselves up to win it. They're already close. And now, you get a couple of plays, couple of positive plays, you're in luck to get a possible walk-off field goal.
Well, there are the Central Dauphin fans after the interception. Well, how deep we have to get it here to get within field goal range? You got at least 10 more to go.
At least 10. I'm thinking at least 10.
Yeah.
Now, Connor Long's foot, if it was the other way around, maybe 5 could work. I've seen him nail some big ones. So, we'll see. I mean, 10 yards to make it safe, put it in the middle of the field and give your kicker a chance.
Well, it's 1st and 10 from the 37. 30 seconds left in regulation. See what they opt to do here. Millar on the keeper. Stretched it out, and immediately Central Dauphin calls timeout.
A.J. Millar on the quarterback keep. Timeout set for Dauphin.
Shannon Dolan made the stop. And that's the last time out for Central Dauphin, and we got another player down. Boy, I'm sure these guys are feeling weary. It's cold out. Jordan Sellers is the young man who's down.
And it's been a long season, a long, tough season in the Commonwealth for both of these teams, and they both came out with one loss. And Central Dauphin's one loss was to this Cumberland Valley team. So they want nothing more than to walk off and end this game beating Cumberland Valley.
You know, I talk about the long season. That's one of the reasons they're also going to go to the 6A format is that they'll cut the games by one. I know a lot of coaches say, man, that's an NFL season. I mean, that's, you know, that's 16 games. If you didn't make the playoffs, and that's longer than college football. It's tough.
Right.
Jordan Sellers is up, which is great. Kind of limping off there, but he's getting helped off the field.
Your player for Central Dauphin, number 50, Jordan Sellers.
Jordan, a junior. So now 2nd and 8 from the 35. Well, here's the 2 touchdowns we've had in this game so far. This is the Perez touchdown that made it 10-6, and then the Ferguson keeper that made it 13-10, and that's been it. It's been a game of inches and field goals, and now with 25.4 left. Now you got to remember they don't have a timeout here.
No, don't have a timeout. So you know you either got to get up close, you know, run a play. You can still use the rest of the field, but you got to be quick to clock it or go out to the outside to get out of bounds quickly. That's your options. So you know if you get yourself in field goal range, you know you don't got tons of time.
And you said it best. These are not offenses that are geared for 2-minute Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers type drills. They're grinding it out. But I think they almost have to throw here. Millar is going to keep it. And that could be it, unless they get the ball back fast and spike it. Well, time's running out. 12 seconds. I think they're going to get a playoff here. Maybe. They're going to try a field goal from 51 yards out. Will they get the snap away in time? It's on its way. It is way short. Well, it was a good try. That was a good thought process there. If he had been able to pull that off.
I'm surprised they just didn't spike the ball. And then
give him a shot.
Took their time. You know what I mean? It ended up being rushed.
At the end of regulation, we're tied at 13.
Well, you can think about that for a long time. Now they're going to think about overtime. 13-13. We'll decide it in OT here on ABC 27.
This season brings cooler weather, lots of football, and $95 payments on your next new Nissan. Renner Nissan celebrates 95 years of business in Central PA, and the savings go to you. Drive a 2015 Nissan Altima for $95 a month. 54 available. You'll love the 2015 Nissan Sentra for $95 a month. Head to the game in a 2015 Nissan Rogue for just $95 a month. You choose. Get to Brenner Nissan today on the Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 24/7 at BrennerNissan.com.
Hi, sweetheart. Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
All right, we're going to go to overtime, and the rules are pretty simple. You get 4 downs from the 10-yard line. They're untimed. No clock here. And we go down for some thoughts to Archie and Todd.
Thank you, Greg. Archie, you talked about that timeout. Now, remember, Central Dauphin took a timeout prior to that, used one up before they kicked the game-winning tying field goal. You talked about that a little bit and how that hurt them here.
I mean, that timeout caused a big crucial play coming up just then. I mean, Central Dauphin still was able to get up to the line and still was able to get the snap off to get a good kick. But without that timeout, imagine we had another play.
You had another time to set up, and Jerome, you talked about even the spike. There was an opportunity for the spike, but we're going to overtime, not expecting anything less out of one of the greatest 4A games. And Greg, we talked about some games that are in the ABC 27 vault. This is the one you need to bring out. It's kind of like a classic wine. You bring it out once in a while just to show highlights. What do you think?
Absolutely. And I look back at some of these scores. Remember the double overtime game, Cumberland Valley, and that was the last and only time we ever went to overtime in a Quad A game. It involved Bishop McDevitt. They played up in the Quad A, and they played Cumberland Valley. Cumberland Valley won in 2009. Cumberland Valley's last title was in 2010, but we've only had one overtime game in this Quad A Championship Series, and that came in 2009, 34-27, when the Eagles beat McDevitt. All right, what do you do if you win the toss? Do you go on defense? Do you play offense?
I mean, I'm always one that, want to put it in the hands of my defense and start it off because you'll know what you got. Your defense makes the stop. You can score as an offense. So, I'll go defense first.
And of course, a lot of thought process will go into it, as we'll see. If you wind up with 4th and 5, do you kick? You wind up with 4th and 2, do you kick?
Mm-hmm.
How risky is risky here? Remember, nobody's going anywhere if you lose. If you lose, your season is over. It's not like basketball.
Right.
It's the football playoffs. You're one and done. The winner will move on to the state semifinals and a chance to win another state title for their school. They've won them before. So here we go. As we said, it's 4 downs. Central Dauphin will get the ball to start the overtime. I don't think anybody's left.
No, I mean, and this has been exciting. One of the more exciting defensive games I've seen. Just a lot of just tough play. We said it throughout the broadcast. Every yard is earned in this game. And again, these hats off to both teams and representing the Commonwealth Division very well and putting the state on notice.
You think about these two Mid-Penn Commonwealth teams who have had classic battles in so many different sports. 4 downs from the 10. Ferguson keeps it. Looks like he's got about 4 yards. Remember, he was shaken up big time by Perez.
Josh Ferguson on the quarterback sneak.
And that's that confidence that the coaching staff has in him, and just put him back in and give him the first carry. Quarterback sneak, gets 4 yards on the play.
Gain 4, second and goal from the 6.
So it's 2nd down from the 6. There's no first downs here, remember. Heichel and Rhodes are the backs. Heichel to the outside. It's Ferguson keeping it for the touchdown. Looked like Heichel first got it. Ferguson has the first score of the overtime.
And that was just a good play by the quarterback.
So that makes it 19-13. And Connor Long will attempt the extra point. These will obviously be very big.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
This to make it 20-13 to force Central Dauphin to score a touchdown. Hit the upright, and it went through.
Wow.
Wow. That was a great punch right there. Central Dauphin gets the ball when we come back. Central Dolphins' first possession. There's Perez. Well, maybe you just give it to him the whole time.
Yeah.
He picked up 6.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see a heavy dose of him, but you said it. Extra points, even if they scored an extra point, is important. I mean, it's so important.
So it's second down. Ball's on the 5. Remember, it's 4 downs. Nobody gets a first here. Is it obvious what's happening here? Perez again just muscles his way into the end zone.
Wow, 2 plays. And you called it. You said a heavy dose of Perez, and that's what they got.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to go wrong with that.
Now again, the crucial extra point. It's big. You know, we think about it as being, oh, it's money. This is not a money situation. You miss this, the game's over. So it is very important.
This to send it to a second overtime. And we do.
It's fitting.
All right, here we go. Watch it again. Here's Perez. Well, he just muscles his way in. And it's not like Refrigerator Perry. You know, I know I'm going way back. But, I mean, this kid's got a lot of athletic skill, and he's finding a little bit of breathing room there, and he's running as a fullback.
Yeah, you see him picking holes. I mean, he has his eyes up. He's looking where he's going. He's jumping guys. He's picking holes, and then he gets north-south. And then once he gets north-south, he's hard to bring down.
All right, so now Central Dauphin back on defense. Cumberland Valley into the second overtime. As we said, there's only been one other double overtime game in the history of the Quad A series. It was won by Cumberland Valley when they beat Bishop McDevitt. I don't think anybody's going to the air here, although you never know. You know, a little surprise. Yeah. We'll keep it down the one end.
Now I think we'll get a flop. We'll get the Central Dauphin offense on the field first.
I believe, am I correct? They're going to flip the coin again?
Oh, they'll flip it again.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
They'll flip again and decide. All right.
Yeah. Well, it just makes things more interesting.
Yeah, it does.
Creates a little more strategy. I think they're just asking them what they want to do.
Oh, okay.
So you got your choice. Yeah, you get your choice. Well, a reminder, we have our giant post-game show coming up, our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game, which I don't have any pick for just yet. I think we'll know that when this is over. So now, Central Dauphin will go back on offense. And let's see, as you see Mr. Perez heading back out. Is it 4 plays to 49?
I mean, you figure he's getting 5 yards a pop. You know, last overtime, you know, 2 carries, 10 yards, touchdown.
Second overtime. 4 downs from the 10. Quad A title game. First play for CD. Perez again. Gets about 4. Second down. 6 to the end line.
A.J. Perez with the ball for the Rams.
Millar will bring the play in.
Tackle play by Dan Oldhouse at the 8-yard line. Second and goal.
Perez sets up behind him. Perez again. Punches it ahead to the 3. Well, it's working. You're getting the yardage you want every play.
You're getting yardage. But again, it's one of those situations where you got 5 yards to go, brings up a 4th down and a decision. at that point. You know, do you kick or do you go for it, which I would imagine you would kick, but it's a little bit harder sledding on this time than it was before.
Third down. Perez, but at this time it's going to be Millar keeping it and knocked out of bounds. They faked it to Perez and gave it to Millar. Millar kept it himself and got knocked down and knocked out of bounds. And that will now bring up fourth down.
Yeah, again, that was just a good defensive effort. I think it was, in my opinion, it was a little bit predictable on that play. I figured that I would have done that maybe the play before where Cumberland Valley thought it was going to Perez.
Well, they're going for it.
This is huge.
This would not end the game. Cumberland Valley's going to get the ball back either way, but if they stop them, Cumberland Valley would only need a field goal. A little pass into the end zone and a touchdown.
Wow.
How about that?
What a call.
Logan Gabrielson. And it was just sort of like a little flip pass. There's something you think maybe they worked on practice for many, many years. But that is Perez with a little two-handed Bob Cousy set shot for the touchdown.
What a call. I think that was a gutsy call, a good call, and it panned out. So good coaching. You see the Central Dauphin fans going nuts.
I've never seen a two-handed pass in overtime, but there's a first for everything.
Yeah.
What a great call. Kick is up. All right, Cumberland Valley gets the ball back.
And again, Greg, we couldn't ask for a better situation here. I mean, you know, you think about it. Let's think about District 3. We had two Keystone Division teams yesterday. Now this. Brilliant.
What a pass.
Brilliant play. And Logan Gabrielson just gets open and hauls it in, looks it in, and makes the catch. Good pass by Perez. Now Cumberland Valley must answer. They have to answer with a touchdown. A field goal does nothing.
Second overtime, Cumberland Valley's possession. The crowd you hear is the Central Dauphin crowd, urging their defense on. But Cumberland Valley has been tough in this game. Here's the pitch. Goes to the outside to Connor Long. He's got some big yardage, crosses the 5 up to about the 4.
It looked like it would have been a stop for maybe even a short gain or even a loss. And Long takes it up north-south. I mean, that tells you he wants this bad. Good play. You know, gain of 6 on the first play.
So they need 4 yards and an extra point to send it to another overtime. Second down. Heichel, touchdown, Cumberland Valley. 2 plays.
Yep. And again, this field goal is very, very important. The extra point is important.
So this would send it to a third overtime. Remember what happened the last time Connor Long connected. Line shot. Overtime 3.
Wow.
27-27. We go to the third overtime.
At Giant, it's never been easier for you to shop smart. Discover low prices on the items you buy most. Save on thousands of items every week with new Red Bonus Buy savings. And with gas rewards, you save big at the pump. You'll love how your savings stack up. Only at Giant. Earn Gas Extra Reward savings every time you shop. And pump up your rewards even more with weekly bonus offers in-ad and in-store. Gas Extra Rewards go farther at Giant.
Look, Ryan. Shh. Look over there. I see it. I see it. Is that what I think it is? That's a beauty. Wait, look. There's an even bigger one. Oh, wow. Shh. Oh, man. Don't worry, buddy. I know where there's a whole herd of them.
Stop by Hoffman Ford. You'll be sure to save a lot of bucks.
Well, if you just slipped us on, we're still playing, and we're playing a third overtime. The rules have been simple. Each team gets the ball at the 10-yard line. You got 4 downs. There's no time. No clock is running here except for the play clock. And you got to keep scoring.
And getting the extra point.
And getting the extra point, which almost didn't happen.
Yeah.
And now we'll just have 2 guys come out and decide what's
going
on.
We saw the dwindling of the captains.
Yeah, we don't want to keep running out here.
Yeah, just send one out.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. We know what we're going to do next. To check what the temperature is now, huh? It's dropping down low. It's down to still 34 now. 34. 35. I don't think any of those guys are feeling the temperature.
No. I mean, you have the adrenaline going, and again, I think this is good weather for them.
Yeah.
You know, when it gets bad when there's precipitation in this, when the temperatures are like this and it's raining or snowing or sleeting. But right now, they're feeling pretty good.
Well, looks like Cumberland Valley will start out on offense. Winner tonight takes on Pittsburgh Central Catholic in the state semifinals. That's coming up next weekend, most likely next Saturday, out in the West. Bishop McDevitt head out to play Erie Cathedral Prep. Our 2 remaining teams from District 3. So here we go again. Longest game in the history of Quad A playoffs. In the finals, I should say. First play for Cumberland Valley. Heichel picking up 5 again. He's been solid tonight, hasn't he? Just steady.
He has been solid. I mean, and again, you know, you have to give credit to that offensive line, especially in the interior of that offensive line. They're getting good push, and they're getting good push on a very, very good defensive line, and we've talked about it all game.
Second down now. Ball on the 5. Third overtime, still tied. Ferguson keeps it, cuts. And he crosses the goal line, another touchdown for Cumberland Valley.
2 plays to get that.
That's the second 2-play overtime drive they've had in a row. So another all-important extra point. Nobody's going for 2 here. Just leave it in your steady foot of your kickers.
Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't even take that chance.
And Central Dauphin wants a timeout. So they will talk it over. Maybe with some thoughts about trying to block this thing. And Cumberland Valley will talk it over as well. Stick around for our post-game show. Todd and Archie will be on the sideline. We'll have a trophy presentation. There's no medal presentation here, but there'll be a quick trophy presentation. Then we'll hopefully hear from the winning coach and our player of the game. We have some thoughts who our individual players of the game are, but boy, there's so many guys you could pick tonight. I mean, you almost have to say for each side, even though we'll just interview one guy. Joey Heichel's been just so solid tonight.
Yeah, he's been solid. We had A.J. Perez on the other side, who's had a monster game as well. And again, one of these teams has to win and one has to lose, and it's hard because both have played extremely well in this game, this championship game.
Another all-important extra point. This will give Cumberland Valley the full touchdown lead. Connor Long is getting a lot of work as he puts it up onto the stage, where many a great performer has been. Bruce Springsteen, U2. And now another great performance tonight from both these teams. 34-27. Well, this is going to be pretty emotional for whoever wins this game and whoever loses.
Yeah, it definitely will. I mean, I think, you know, both of these teams they've really shown up. I mean, and that's what you want. And the thing is, they're beating each other up. Whoever comes out of this going out west, I mean, they got to make sure they have, you know, a good, solid week of practice, but also a lot of rest.
1st and 10. Which is what it always is. Riley Serb gets about 2. And again, if you're just kind of flipping this on and go, whoa, it's overtime, each team gets 4 downs from the 10-yard line. And in this series, in this 3rd overtime, Cumberland Valley has scored. So now Central Dauphin must score as well. They must score a touchdown and convert on an extra point.
You see Serb, limping off the field.
Perez got up to the 2.
And that's what they wanted. They needed to get positive yards and get a really good positive gain. And you saw Perez using that going off that right side and getting really good yards. Now you're only about 3 yards away.
Well, if Cumberland Valley can hold them, it'll bring up a big 4th down. From the 3, here's Perez again. I don't think he got it.
Nope.
Now he keeps moving. Is his forward progress in? No.
No, I don't want to say he was down. Forward progress stopped at the 1.
Wow. Well, seeing the crowd and even the coaches to our right say, hey, wait a minute, wasn't he still on his feet? But blew the whistle. Well, Central Dauphin fans are not happy over that. I don't know, can we?
Yeah, I mean, I think the problem is if the officials blew the whistle, it doesn't matter.
Right,
and
exactly.
I think that's what happened. Right. Forward progress was stopped.
Yep. All right, Central Dauphin must punch it in here or the game is over. Perez, did he break the plane? Yes, touchdown.
Wow.
Well, this has gone down as one of the greatest games in the history of local high school football.
And they're giving it their all. I mean, they're leaving, both of these teams are leaving everything on the field. So, I mean, it's fitting that it comes down to this.
Rao with another extra point attempt. He's got to make this. Snap on its way. To paraphrase Ernie Banks, let's play 4. 4th overtime.
Wow.
Let's look at the touchdowns here in the overtime. I'll get up my trusty sheet. Here we go. Ready? All right, here's Ferguson. Come to the outside. Now, here's Perez. He'll tie the game up. Central Dauphin, again, a little pass to Gabrielson. That's a 2-handed set shot. Heichel ran it in easy. Ferguson, bootleg, going right side. And then Perez with yet another touchdown. And now it's 34-34. We go to the 4th overtime.
Wow. And you see the score, 34-34, you're thinking it was an offensive juggernaut.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. By the way.
We didn't get these points until overtime, until 4 overtimes.
Well, we've seen a lot of great games here over the years, but this is going to go down as one of the classics. And who's to say it, won't go another 4?
I know. I mean, this could be all, this could be all night long. We keep going at it like this.
Archie and Todd, you still with us? Still there?
We are still here. Archie and I were both talking. We are now thoroughly frozen, but enjoying every bit of it. I don't know if I should sing that song, but we just talked about, if you look at a couple of the extra points back, Micah Parsons was very close to getting them. I mean, when we're down on the field, it looked like his hand almost tapped to one of the extra points. So, who knows what's going to happen here tonight, but it's been unbelievable. And I cannot remember, Greg, any time that I've heard the noise in Hershey Park Stadium like it's been tonight. It is loud on the field tonight.
So here we go, 4th overtime. And remember, again, the rules, 4 downs from the 10. They're untimed. Only the play clock is running. A.J. Millar, the quarterback. Perez, cut, got about 3. I don't think anybody's going out on a limb here to do anything crazy.
No, I mean, we've seen both teams do a bootleg action out of that, to get the quarterback outside. But in this situation, I mean, with Perez having the success that he has, the one thing that you got to factor in, though, is the fatigue factor. Is these shots, this consistent running the ball, and you see him coming out the game now, is it taking a toll on him a little bit? And you need him on defense, too.
Second down. The keeper, Millar, he got about 3. Puts him in some tough territory there. Now they're going to bring Perez back into the game on 3rd down.
Yeah, and you got to give him a breather. So.
Tackle line number 77, James Conley.
Travis Sparks has pointed out to me that the national record for overtimes came in 2010 in Texas. There were 12. 3rd and 5. Perez. Oh, he got a handle. Touchdown. Wow. He sort of found a little hole and scooches in.
And here's the thing. If you notice, Greg, they're going off the same side as that right side. And again, you look at that offensive line over there. They're doing a good job getting basically penetration in that defense.
So this to make it 41-34. That's also good. So now Cumberland Valley will get the ball again in this 4th overtime. They've been able to put together a couple of quick punches when they've done theirs.
They have.
There's a pattern to all of this. That's one of the patterns. Perez punching it in. The other pattern's Heigl. Yeah.
Perez punching it in off the right side and Cumberland Valley. I'm shocked that they're not doing something to kind of see if they can force a different play from there. But it's hard to do when you have Perez coming at you downhill like he's been running.
Well, when these guys have a reunion 20, 30, 40 years from now, what do you think they're going to talk about?
I mean, they're going to talk about how amazing of experience this was and how they miss it and how they still feel the physical pains of that.
41-34. And now Cumberland Valley must score again and convert the extra point. Ferguson keeps, got 4 yards. 2nd down. Quad A championship. If you just happen to be flipping around your dial, we're in the 4th overtime. Central Dauphin has the lead. Cumberland Valley now has to score a touchdown and convert the extra point to go to the 5th overtime.
And Central Dauphin's defense needs a quality stop to force a 3rd down or a 4th down play. because it's been too easy for Cumberland Valley.
Heichel. Well, maybe that's one of them right there, because that's going to bring up about a 3rd and 6.
And see, that's what I was thinking. The last two overtimes, Cumberland Valley scored so quickly. 2 plays touchdown, and now they haven't been in a real pressure situation of a 3rd or 4th, coming down to a 4th, and you got to score situation.
They are 8 of 15 in this game. 3rd and 7. 7 to likely extend this. Pitch is the long, he throws, touchdown, Cumberland Valley.
They did the same thing, similar to what Central Dauphin did, and just get catcher and outside, halfback pass.
Well, that was almost like the two-hand set shot there. I mean, they were expecting, well, run again. Well, they went to the air. They haven't gone to the air very much, and here we go now for the extra point again by Connor Long. This to go to a 5th overtime. And we do. Wow.
5th overtime.
And again, as we said, we're not close to the national record yet. 41-41.
Unbelievable.
13-13 after regulation. So when you see this on TV, you see it in the paper tomorrow morning. It was not as was indicated.
No. It was all defense. And then everybody got a whole boatload of cracks at it from the 10. And all these overtimes.
Todd, what's the general mood there on the CD sideline? I mean, are these guys still pumped up? I mean, this is a very draining experience.
They're unbelievably pumped up. And more importantly, they are talking about, and they're screaming at both sides are, we are going to win this. I've heard Cumberland Valley say it, so Central Dauphin. But again, did you look at that last field goal? We believe it's going to come down to somebody blocking one of these. These teams are designed from 10 yards in. You guys know it very well. This is like a backyard game. They can do this all night long. That blocked kick might be the crucial thing. Micah Parsons just missed that last one if you look at it again.
So here we go to number 5. I'm texting people who are wondering where I am.
I know.
Hey, how come you're not over at the Bears game? Well, I was going to come over.
Yeah, but you know.
This is great. This is one of the all-time great moments.
At 8 in the morning tomorrow morning, we're still doing this. We'll be half asleep. Like, well, this is the 25th overtime.
Hey, gentlemen, should we call Western Pennsylvania and say we're sending 2 teams? Why don't we just call it that? You don't want to. You really hate to see any team not walk away here tonight going on. I mean, this has been a warrior-type game.
Or we may be at this until next week. So they might just come straight from this game to the next one.
Well, CD will go out on defense.
And look, number 49, Perez, is out there again. I mean, he's on both sides of the ball, carrying the load on both sides of the ball. And again, I see Central Dauphin trying to give him breathers, trying to give him opportunities to kind of get some rest so he can give, all he has, and he is. I mean, the kid is having a spectacular day.
Fifth overtime. Cumberland Valley with the football. 4 downs to get a touchdown. Heichel muscled his way to about the 7.
Now that was the first time, Greg, that we saw on the first play Central Dauphin's defense pretty much stone Cumberland Valley in these overtimes. So, when that first down is so important for a defense to keep it to 2 yards or 1 yard as opposed to 5 or 6.
Second down from the 8. Ferguson rolls. Gonna keep it himself. Almost got to the goal line. Got up to about the 2.
Josh Ferguson on our quarterback team. Tackled by number 36.
So that will bring up a 3rd and 2.
3rd and goal.
Well, we keep talking about these big 3rd down plays. Had a lot of them. CV looking to punch it in the 5th overtime. Ferguson. He's short.
Wow.
He's short. So that'll bring up now 4th down.
I mean, I think they have to kick it. I mean, they may go for it. Call a timeout.
Well, this is this is really interesting strategy now here. I would think you would go for it. I mean, at this point.
Yeah, with all as many overtimes as we had.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, you're thinking you're gonna, if you don't go for it, you kick and you're gonna have to hold them, and you're thinking, man, Perez can just, you hand it to Perez three, 4 times and he's in. Although they stopped him.
Yeah, but if you go for it, you miss it. Central Dauphin can win it with a field goal.
Yep. And now if you don't make it, you figure Central Dauphin's going to at least run a couple of plays and probably take it to the 4th down. So Cumberland Valley talking it over, coming out.
They're going. Looks like they're going to go for it.
On 4th down. Now remember, the game is tied. Central Dauphin's going to get the ball back no matter what happens here. Well, they've stacked that line as Central Dauphin. 4th down for CV. Ferguson keeps. He's in.
He's in. Yeah, Ferguson's a hard player to stop. I mean, he's tough. I mean, this kid has been beat up today and just really gritting himself on the other side and just making it happen for him.
This is like clutch play after clutch play. Well, now Connor Long. I feel like I've known these guys forever now.
Dan Allhouse with the snap, Dick Rhodes with the hold.
Point after. Good again. Boy, have these kickers been solid or what?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about high school kids, putting them in this situation to come up with kick after kick after kick.
And there's no breakdowns in the line. I mean, there's not any breakdowns. Guys aren't getting in and getting free.
So now Central Dauphin will get the ball back, and Cumberland Valley goes on defense. Quad A title game. Winner goes out west to play Pittsburgh Central Catholic next week. I think they'll get tomorrow off, the winner. And probably an easy day on Monday, that's for sure.
Yeah, maybe even Tuesday.
Yeah, just look at some film here. Look at the video, kids.
And a lot of ice baths and heat and whatever else you can conjure up to get these guys ready.
These fans have stuck in here. I mean, it's getting to be a cold, raw evening here. But people are going to walk away having great stories to tell and remembering this for a long time. So here we go. Central Dauphin has to score and convert on the extra point in this 5th overtime. Millar, Serb. He got solid 5 yards.
Yeah.
Raleigh Serb with the ball. Brought down by Shannon Dolan. Ball's at the 6-yard line.
Terrell Gabriel bringing the play in. I keep expecting somebody we haven't called yet to suddenly get the ball. Like Gabriel hasn't gotten the ball. He's bringing the plays in as well, I think. Millar will bring him out. 2nd and 6. Perez is not in. Serb to the outside. Got a little running room, and he's got the end zone.
Wow. And that's the first time we saw that, where Central Dauphin actually went wide finally. And you got to give Perez has to get a breather. You have to get him ready for one of the overtime. So rest him on one and see if you can get there and then get him back in.
And there's Serb, accelerates to the outside. There are no co-champs.
No.
Here. Todd was implying maybe we could send both teams. Isn't going to work that way.
No.
Somebody's going to win. And now Central Dauphin's going to call a timeout.
And I'm wondering, would Central Dauphin make a call and actually try to go for two?
Well, you keep thinking you're going to keep grinding out, and are you going to put the whole game on the line for that? I mean, at that point, I guess you could say, yeah, let's try it. Are we getting too tired on defense?
Yeah. And you see them, they're having a big discussion about this, and it seems like they may be considering it. And I can see Cumberland Valley doing the same thing.
Sure.
One of these teams has to go out of character and try something different. Maybe they won't. It seems like they are going to kick.
Yeah.
But it's worth a discussion.
Yeah. Seems like you've worked this hard, and you're going to say, all right, let's kind of win it or lose it legitimately. Not that wouldn't be, but
right.
All right, but Hanson Rao's got to make this again. Kick is on its way, and what else? 48-48. We go to a 6th overtime. We'll take a quick timeout here on ABC 27.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Karen has 459 friends, but none of them made sure she got home okay. None of them suggested she skip the next drink, try a glass of water, or maybe just call it a night. Karen has 459 friends, but tonight, what she really needed was one good one.
Well, overtime, number 6 is about to begin. Number 6 is correct.
6.
And these two teams continue to grind it out. Central Dauphin will get the ball first this time. 4 plays from the 10. Perez. Got about 3 there. Now, I don't know that fatigue's any factor. I mean, you're playing on such great adrenaline. This is not like you're playing a regular season game in week 2. Not that you wouldn't be pumped up for that. But,
right.
This is it. 2nd down from the 8-yard line. Serb off tackle. Oh, he's got another touchdown. What a great run by Serb that time. Kind of weaving in and out of traffic, and it only took him 2 plays that time to score.
Mm-hmm. And again, we saw that from Cumberland Valley early on in the early overtimes. They did the same thing. They scored early and quickly. And again, these defenses, I mean, they've given it everything. So it's which can a defense do they have enough to conjure a stop in some way, shape, or form, whether it's a stop or a block kick?
Hanson Rao. Solid again. It's like they're hitting him in practice, isn't it?
Yep.
Just like they're hitting him in practice.
And I know Cumberland Valley's almost got, or Central Dauphin almost got a couple of them where they were close to almost being blocked. Cumberland Valley has no pressure on the kicking game at all. I mean, it's just teeing it up and it's going in.
55-48. Here in the 6th overtime. Again, the national record is 12.
Well, we are now halfway there, Greg. Before we were talking, we're not going to get there. Well, we're at the halfway point.
Yeah.
And as each of these keeps going on, we're finding ourselves thinking, well, I mean, if something doesn't happen, we are going to get there. I mean, we were talking about that 3 overtimes ago. Now we're in 6.
You just talk about great execution on every one of these tries. I mean, imagine, you could play this 10-yard line routine in a regular game, and they would never do that.
Yeah.
Never do that.
Can one of these defenses get enough energy, make a play that can end this game? That's what it comes down to.
Cumberland Valley must score to keep the game going. First of the 4 downs. Heichel picked up a solid 3 or 4 yards.
Joey Heichel on the carry, Adam Thornton on the stop. Gains to the 7-yard line.
2nd and 7. Ferguson to throw, almost batted down. It was batted down, incomplete.
And that was number 32, Mike Bentz, just made a really good play. Got sucked in early, but was able to recover from his linebacker position.
So it's 3rd and 7. This might be the longest third we've had in this overtime, or one of the longest. Ferguson on the keeper, and he is into the end zone for another Cumberland Valley touchdown. Wow.
I'll tell you, Greg, I'm so shocked that CD keeps allowing that to happen. That they're spread out, and it's a gap there. So Ferguson sees that. He's like, I'm just going up the middle.
So now Connor Long.
Dan Allhouse with the snap. Nick Rhodes with the hold.
We'll try to send this to number 7. That just got through. And we head to a 7th overtime. Tied at 55.
And you said, like, how many? What's the record?
It's 12.
We keep closing
Travis
in on
Marks,
that.
in his barrel of information is always 12 overtimes. Now, I want you to think back when the game was like 6-3.
Yeah.
When the game was 6-3, let's say it was 6-3 and you went out for a while, you got something to eat. And then you came back and you said,
how did this happen?
How is it 55?
Yeah.
Because we're going to the 7th overtime.
Yeah. And again, right when a defense gets ahead in the down and distance, where it makes it a little bit more difficult, the offense finds a way to get the score. And that's what you saw from both sides.
Ferguson, the quarterback, 16 carries, 102 yards, 5 touchdowns in all of this. 5 touchdowns. And everyone is either seated or now standing to keep a little warmer.
Yeah. Yeah, that temp has dropped. I
know normally people are watching the AccuWeather here on the on this channel, but we're down to 33. I'd say by the 15th overtime, we'll be it. All right, we're going to play the 7th overtime now. And again, you've got 4 downs, untimed downs to score. Nobody's kicking any field goals. We haven't had like somebody kick a field goal, then another team kick a field goal. They've all been touchdowns.
And I think Todd and Archie, they went ahead and had a seat.
Had a seat right there. Was that bench warmer? What is the deal, Todd? What are you doing?
Archie and I have taken about all that we can take now. I cannot feel anything in my toes. He clearly cannot either. Hey, we like these fancy dress shoes we're wearing, but we're telling everybody at home it's boots the next time we do this.
Yeah, you got to dress for success or dress for the weather.
Yeah, I'm looking around. Where are they? And here they're like, oh, we can't do this anymore.
On the heated bench there. All right, Cumberland Valley ball. To start this next overtime.
Wow.
Give outside, and it is a touchdown. On the first play, Nick Rhodes punches it in. I guess you have to now think about the defenses just getting tired, right?
Yeah, I think these and mind you, they have been playing well. Both of these defenses. I mean, you see a score of 61-55. That doesn't tell the story of how well these defenses played that forced this into 7 overtimes. So these defenses are tired.
And this is almost like, I mean, you think about the kickers as well. Although they're doing this all the time in practice. These kids are strong. It's not like they're, although Connor Long's been out there as well. So now it's 62-55, and Central Dauphin gets the ball back.
Yeah. And remember, Greg, some of these guys are playing both ways. You know what I mean? And this is extended. You know, you see Mekhi Parsons. Look at him. I mean, he's, you know, he looks spent. I mean, he's giving it his all. You see some of these guys coming off, and they're like, man, can we end this? And these offenses, you saw it with Central Dauphin. They score pretty quickly as well. And now you have a Cumberland Valley scores on their first play. So it's the defenses are now, you know, they're getting to that point of getting taxed. And it'll be interesting to see how how Cumberland Valley's defense comes out.
7th overtime, 7th possession now for Central Dauphin. They have to score to keep this thing going. Serb cuts, finds a hole, almost made it, but I think that's what we're seeing now. Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, Serb gets the ball. He's able to pick and choose. Those yards were harder in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. And now, you know, guys, you see Cumberland Valley, they're looking like similar to Central Dauphin. Look at the defense. I mean, they're sitting there almost like, what is going on? I mean, I don't know if my body can move anymore. You're freezing, you're hurting, you're in pain, you're tired, you're spent.
And look who's in the backfield. Got a yard to go. Perez. And he's got a touchdown.
And then you got to deal with that.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, Serb gets down to the 1, and then they bring Perez in, and it's like, dude, I've been tackling this guy since 6 o'clock today. I've been tackling him since 6. I mean, come on.
That's the line of the night. I've been tackling this guy since 6 o'clock, and it's 9:05
It's
now.
9:05. 6 o'clock I started tackling him, and now it's 9:05.
Now they're going to go for 2.
Wow.
Here is the game in the district championship.
They're going for 2. They're saying, you know what? We either going to win this and lose this. We're going to end it right here.
This is for the district title. Timeout. Wow.
Gutsy call. This is good. That's a gutsy one there.
Timeout. Central Dauphin.
Well, I guess they took a look at what Cumberland Valley was going to do here.
Yeah.
And I think Glenn McNamee realizing, look, I can only keep these kids out here so long on defense before, you know, is somebody going to get hurt? Is somebody, we've got to decide this one way or the other.
And plus you look over at the landscape of the defense and you see how easy it is to move and get yardage. And you're thinking, I can get 3 yards. After you've seen, you know, your Serb gets pretty much 9 on his first carry. You saw on the other side, Cumberland Valley on the first play gets a touchdown by number 21 Rhodes, who's able to do the same thing. So at some point, you know, you look at that and you say, hey, I can get 3 yards. And I think they're going. I think they are going.
They are going. This will be the final play of the district championship. One way or the other.
One way or another. This ends it right here.
Perez, he is stopped, and Cumberland Valley wins.
You know, you went for it, you gambled.
Well, neither of these teams, certainly Central Dauphin, has nothing to be ashamed of. Obviously, they are terribly emotional, having gone through that experience, and to just come up short.
Yeah.
But listen, give Glenn McNamee credit. Give Central Dauphin a lot of credit for playing a great game. Cumberland Valley coming up with a big stop.
Yeah.
And particularly Glenn McNamee to make that call at this point in the game. That was not only gutsy, but it was a smart thing to do.
Yeah, I have no problem with the call. I mean, if he would have made that, everybody would have been on Central Dauphin's side would have loved it. And again, you look at the defense and you're thinking, I can get this, and Cumberland Valley just mustered up a little bit more. I can't see who's on the bottom of this. There's someone that comes up and makes a play and gets the legs. Number 62 for Cumberland Valley. I believe that Shannon Dolan is actually able to get Perez's legs, which stops him from keep going, and then he gets his other defenders able to come up top. Makes a good play.
Well, there's the stop. Two teams shaking hands. We'll take a quick break, have the trophy presentation, and hear from the player of the game when we come back. What a classic. Cumberland Valley wins in overtime, 62-61.
Hey guys, just in time.
When Julie wanted to provide some stability for her two boys, she reached out to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for her home loan. We're proud we could help Julie and her family. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
Right now at Pizza Hut, you can get any 2 medium pizzas for $6.99 each. Choose any crust, any sauce, any toppings. So go for it, America. Get any toppings, any crust flavor, anything you want on any 2 medium pizzas for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Today, we have some breaking news on the West Shore. Some spraining, twisting, popping news. It appears that Mechanicsburg is getting a state-of-the-art OSS orthopedic urgent care. This is what we know so far. OSS urgent care is much faster than the emergency room. All patients will be seen by orthopedic experts. Costs are typically less, and OSS is open 7 days a week. Remember, if you have a sprain, pop, or break to report, go right to the experts. OSS Orthopedic Urgent Care. 2 great locations, York and now Mechanicsburg. Now that's some good news.
Well, down on the field, they're about to present the District 3 Championship Trophy, and there it is. That is Cumberland Valley's 11th District Quad A Championship. And here in our giant post-game show, we're going to talk hopefully with Coach Mike Whitehead and our Hoffman Ford player of the game, which I think we agree is Josh Ferguson, the quarterback. There you see him on the left, all smiles. What an unbelievable game. 7 overtimes. Yeah. 7 overtimes.
7 overtimes.
Todd, I see you down in the field. Whenever you grab the guy, I'm spotting you here with my binoculars. That's kind of a mob scene in there right now. And these kids are obviously thrilled. Well, this is a Cumberland Valley going to head off to the district, the state semifinals, I should say. They'll play Pittsburgh Central Catholic, as we've been saying all night long, and both these teams now going to kind of gather, and the coaches talking to their squads. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this game forever. I mean, this was just classic. And again, I realize the Central Dauphin kids are obviously disappointed, but that was a gutsy call by Glenn McNamee to make that. There go the Central Dauphin, the Cumberland Valley players over to their fans. And Todd is ready with our player of the game. Todd, it's all yours.
Thank you, Greg. I'm here with the Hoffman Ford player of the game, Josh Ferguson. Josh, real impressive. You guys come away 7 overtimes. You had 5 touchdowns. Probably the most impressive touchdown was the bootleg left. You ran hard and got in, and that kind of set the tone. But how did you guys walk away with this victory tonight?
Well, that bootleg actually wasn't designed. The handoff actually never went, and then I just kind of took it to the outside. But, everyone was blocking, and it turned out in favor of us. But I don't know. We played really hard. Our conditioning definitely helped tonight with how many overtimes? 7? 7 overtimes. That's crazy. But that's definitely a classic. It's going to be one to remember.
It is definitely one remembered. You guys go on now. You're going to Western Pennsylvania. Part of the fans at home probably say, hey, it'd be nice to see both of these teams to go on. But you guys come away. And that defensive stop, how short was Perez on that stop there and that 2-point conversion?
I honestly don't know. I was looking down at the ground. I didn't want to watch it. It was too nerve-wracking for me. But
well, Josh, you're the Hoffman Ford player of the game. We wish you the best. You guys are going on for here. Anything you want to say to anybody at home?
I just want to thank my parents. They're always driving me places, always constantly supporting me. And I wouldn't be here today without them. They're great.
All right, Josh, time to go celebrate, buddy. That's Josh Ferguson, Hoffman Ford player of the game. We'll go back to you guys up in the booth. Greg, Jerome?
Well, very eloquently spoken. And pretty neat. He thanks his parents for driving him everywhere. I think that's that's very, very cool. I don't know if we have a packed financial play of the game, but I think you could just, show every one of those 7 touchdowns that both of those schools ran. And let's give credit again to Central Dauphin, A.J. Perez, who just played his heart out, all those big touchdowns. This is, I keep saying, is a classic game, and this was the way to decide it in overtime, and to make that kind of a call, say, let's go for the 2 points, right?
Yeah, again, that was a very gutsy call, and again, I have no problem with it. I mean, I think he left it in the hands of his players, and again, Cumberland Valley just made a good player.
Yeah, there's our pack financial play of the game, which is the stop on Perez at the end of the game.
Yeah, Dullen just made a good play. He was blocked. He looks up, Perez is there, and what you do with big guys, you get those legs out from under them. And they were able to do that. So it's good to see the fans really support the Central Dauphin team and support what they did today. I mean, they played their hearts out, and to lose and come away with a game like this will never feel good. But they'll have these memories. And for those seniors, this was a great here for Central Dauphin, being runner-ups District 3. Great year for them.
Well, a terrific year here on High School Sports Live with football. We're not going to top this, so that is our football coverage for the year. But of course, we'll be back on Tuesday, coming up with a doubleheader high school basketball game. Chambersburg, Cumberland Valley, the boys and the girls, coming up this coming Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. I want to thank PHFA for their support. They are our title sponsor all year long, and to all the great sponsors here on ABC 27 with High School Sports Live. Thanks to our statistician, Travis Sparks, my spotter, Stephen Ridings. Now for Jerome Presley, the Frozen, Todd McCall, and Archie Smith on the sidelines. Our entire Invicta crew with Chad Edwards, Greg May saying so long and good night from Hershey. 62-61, Cumberland Valley wins it in 7 overtimes. Now stay tuned for a special presentation, a look at the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank teaming up with coaches and athletes in the local community. Good night after 7 overtimes from Hershey.
Central PA Food Bank has been dedicated to ending hunger for 30 years.
currently serving 27 counties and distributing 27 million meals to those in need, and expanding year after year. Central PA Food Bank Communications Director Brad Peterson is active in the community, creating awareness to area student athletes and helping them understand the need to help people.
Right here in central Pennsylvania, 1 in 5 kids don't know where their next meal is coming from. It's kids just like you. That's kids that you go to school with, or go to church with, or you work with somewhere. It's really encouraging to see these young men take an interest in others who aren't as fortunate as them. You know, there's so many kids out there that don't have the benefit of 3 meals a day, and because of that, maybe they can't be on the football field like these guys. So there are a lot of kids out there struggling, and to see them want to take part and work with the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank and do something to help kids who might be sitting in class with them, that's really heartwarming, and it really shows that these kids who are role models to the other students and some adults in the area can really make a difference right here in their community.
The Central PA Food Bank serves 800 other food distribution centers and needs volunteers, donations, and those willing to participate and organize food drives. The Central PA Food Bank is building a team that understands the need and the importance of everyone doing their part, and Brad Peterson understands that student athletes, and especially cheerleaders, can be examples of goodwill to other students in the school.
We are so lucky to be a part of football, especially wearing the green and white while we do it, that we all have that responsibility to help others. And this is one in such way to really help others in a big way.
To join the team and get involved with the Central PA Food Bank, go to centralpafoodbank.org.